I'm in Max. You are listening to Happy Jack's RPG Podcast. I'm in Max. Pursuing the RPG hobby with reckless abandon.
Hello.
Hello.
We greet you from the very soggy domain of Pasadena. It's raining in Southern California, which means goddamn fucking panic.
Yes. We are at DEFCON 3 people.
Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Yeah, that's,
Master Blaster Rule
you
Town.
don't understand until you've seen it.
We
So anyway,
terrible at this.
I've already ruined one beach episode on Happy Jacks. It's time to do another.
The beaching.
This is not episode 7 of Vault 818. As you can see, half of our cast has changed. And instead of episode 7 with our usual cast, we're doing the beach episode. And we're meeting the delightful folks who live on the coast west of Los Angeles.
Yay.
Or in the coast, I guess, is a better, accurate thing to say.
Yes.
We can... for anyone who's familiar with Santa Monica and the area around it, if you know what the 3rd Street Promenade looks like, the 3rd Street Promenade is under about 3 feet of water. So west of there is deeper, east of there goes uphill. So that's how it works. Most of the city's underwater, and some stuff has happened.
A few things.
Before we get too deep into that, let's introduce ourselves and what playbooks we're playing. We're going to spend a few minutes actually filling in our playbooks here, and then jump into the game. So,
Hello, I'm Sam. I'm going to be playing the Battle Babe playbook this time.
Hey, Jay, I'm doing the Gunlugger.
I am Adam, and I am doing the Angel.
I just happen to be Mac. I am playing the Hocus because Sam makes it look really fun.
That doesn't mean it is.
the
I'm very
Hocus,
excited regardless.
the Hocus does the weird stuff.
We do the weird stuff.
Yes. If you followed along with the Demigods campaign and were privy to the ruined beach episode that I provided. Oh no, it was the Hot Springs episode that I
Hot
ruined.
Springs, yeah. Post beach episode.
Yeah, this is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like a montage of time passing of people in 2076 in Santa Monica arranging to have a vault in their beach town of Santa Monica. Move it inland, they said. Build it higher up, they said. But no, this is fine.
Because we're from Santa Monica, and we get what we want.
And
I
everything we
moved
do
to
is
Santa
great.
Monica to be close to the beach, goddammit.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pay these taxes for a reason.
By the way, Santa Monica, West Siders, we love you, but this is what's happening in tonight.
But also, it's terrible trying to get to you. So
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
So you're underwater now, and there's about 100 years ago, so 2170s, something like that, there was a leak, and it was leaking into the water supply. There was irradiated ocean water going into Vault 424's water supply, and the people in the vault drank it, slowly were changed, and as they began to want to go in the pool more and more often, their vault had a pool, of course.
Obviously.
Obviously.
It turned out water had been seeping down into the vault, and people were changing. They were getting webbed fingers, gills, sharp teeth, and by the time the seals busted and the vault flooded, the people were mostly changed. And a little while from there, 100 years later, we have your characters. The Monetians live about as long as humans do. They're primarily meat eaters. and will feast on invaders if it comes to that.
Delicious.
Yes.
The,
I mean,
the-
they're not human.
yeah, you're not human anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not human. We're human.
The group as a culture is not like going out and hunting people for the purpose of eating them, but it's sort of a, if you come at us, we'll win and then eat you. So you made your choice. They are, as much of a scavenger group as any group is in the Wasteland. They also have tamed and trained Mirelurks. If you're not familiar, they're like giant sort of mutant crab lobster things with big pincher claws. Don't look up pictures of them if you don't know what they are. They're horrible, and whatever's in your mind is probably worse, so just go with that.
Okay.
But they're not like cuddly pets. They're working beasts, right? That you go hunting with, or they're guard animals, or things like that.
They're called Mirelurks?
Mirelurk.
Mirelurks.
Mirelurks.
Okay.
Yeah, they lurk in the mire.
Gotcha.
It's a very creative naming scheme. I mean, the death claw is
What? Does it have a claw of death?
it is a claw
Several,
of death. Yeah.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are some of the others? Well, that's all I can think of right now.
Yeah.
Those are actual Fallout and beasts.
Gotcha.
Rad scorpion.
Oh, rad scorpions are scorpions, which are rad.
They're really good at skateboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally radical.
They can clean the cube.
Yep. Oh, wow, deep cuts.
You're welcome.
So,
Jason hasn't played with me in a long time.
it's been a little while, actually.
It actually has.
Yeah, this is going to be fun
Yeah.
and terrible.
Yay.
Sam, can you tell us a little bit about what you're looking at on your sheet?
Yeah, so the Battle Babe is dangerous and sexy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, that's a good point. Our fish monster people are sort of like the Abe Sapien or Shape of Water kind of like
Yeah.
aquatic
Oh, yeah.
humanoid, right?
Yeah.
So they're
into
the
it.
sexy ones,
sexy
not
fish monster. Yeah.
not like a gross icky one.
No.
Yeah.
How many abs does yours have, Adam?
12. I'm going with 12.
Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah,
Yep.
even dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is a question for the group. I'm going to need a majority vote. Do we come from eggs now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So,
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
good to know.
Also delicious for
We're,
noms.
well, we're egg-laying mammals. Like a
platypus.
platypus.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
so we are still mammals.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
I'm a mammal, baby,
So we're like dolphins.
but
and
nicer.
platypuses.
Nicer than
about
dolphins.
Yeah,
Dolphins are
definitely.
terrible.
Yes.
They are pretty terrible.
Yeah.
They're the
But
worst.
they're so cute with their little grins as they try to
They-
do terrible things
Yes,
to you.
exactly.
Murder.
All right, so the battle babe.
So the Battle Babe. So the moves I'm looking at are dangerous and sexy. When you enter a charged situation, roll hot. On a 10 plus, hold 2. You can spend your hold 1 for 1 to make eye contact with an NPC present who freezes or flinches and can't take action until you break it off.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, also, while you're all looking at your sheets, we're going to start with one advance as well.
Oh,
so
okay,
sweet.
cool.
feel
Okay.
free to dig through those and see what you like.
Okay. And then the other one I get to take 2 is going to be impossible reflexes. The way you move unencumbered counts as armor. If you're naked or nearly naked, 2 armor.
Yeah, I mean, that's fish monster standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That seemed like an obvious
All
one
right.
to take. So yeah, or if you're wearing non-armor fashion, you get 1 armor.
cool.
Yeah, and then on the back I get 2 custom weapons, a firearm and a hand weapon.
Cool.
For the firearm, I'm thinking a rifle,
Okay.
and for the hand weapon, a staff, and then you get options to choose from. I think I'm gonna put a blade on one end of it, just like
Yeah.
whack. Yeah. Okay.
The sharp end and the smart end.
Yeah. So for the blade, can that be a sharpened spine?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's okay, too. I
That's
just
a
wanted to
difficult
throw out
thing.
some extra options
I
today.
do like the flavor of a spear gun, though.
Should we come back to you?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be spear gun.
Okay.
That's fine.
Jay, what are some of the basics you're looking at there?
So the moves I'm looking at, I get to choose 3, and then with the advancement, I added 1 more, so 4 moves. And I mostly chose this because these moves are all awesome sounding.
Yep, the Gunlugger has
Yep.
the best titled moves.
They
in the
really
world.
are.
And they lug guns
Yes,
real good.
lots of guns. So battle hardened. When I act under fire or stand overwatch, roll hard instead of cool.
Yep.
Fuck this shit. Name your escape route and roll hard. On a 10+, sweet, you're gone. On a
Okay.
7 to 9, you can go or stay. But if you go, it costs you. You leave something behind, take something with you. The MC will tell you what. On a miss, you're caught vulnerable, half in and half out. Insano like Drano.
Yeah.
Get +1 hard. And then not to be fucked with.
Yes.
yeah.
In battle, you count as a small gang with harm and armor according to your gear.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm going with a homemade armor sort of situation.
Yeah.
An assault rifle, a shotgun, a magnum, and also many knives.
Yeah.
And the armor is going to be one of those like swimsuit things that's filled with water, so that I can walk around on surface and kill things.
Oh, like a reverse scuba suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little Abe Sapien-y, a little
Yeah.
sort of like bubble
I like it.
thing going on.
Okay.
Are we mostly underwater?
No.
No.
No, we're amphibious, like
Oh,
proper
okay.
amphibians. It's just
Okay.
you've got gills, and maybe some people want to be in the water more than others.
I want
That's-
to be in the water.
You know,
Okay.
that's fine. Cool. We're gonna come back and do the bonds and connections in a little
Okay.
bit.
Got it.
So, Adam, what are you looking at?
So I'm playing the angel. I have 2 angel moves. Healing touch. When you put your hands skin to skin on a wounded person and open your brain to them, roll with weird. On a 10+, heal 1 segment. On a 7 to 9, heal 1, but you're also opening your brain, so roll that move next. On a miss, first you don't heal them. Second, you've opened both your brain and theirs to the world's psychic maelstrom without protection or preparation. For you and for your patient, if your patient's a fellow player's character, treat it as though you've made that move and missed the roll.
Yeah, that's gonna go great.
Yeah.
That never goes wrong, let me tell you.
Always
It's
works
fine.
out.
For patients belonging to the MC, their experience and fate are up to the MC. And then I also have touched by death. When someone is unconscious in your care, you can use them for augury. When someone has died in your care, you can use their body for augury. And then for the advance, I'm taking deep brain scan from the brainer.
Oh, cool.
When you have time and physical intimacy with someone, a mutual intimacy like holding them in your arms, or one-sided intimacy like they're restrained to a table, you can read them more deeply than normal. Roll with weird. On a 10+, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. And while you're reading them, you can spend holds to ask various questions.
Cool.
Cool.
I like it. Mac?
So I am doing the Hocus, which automatically has fortunes marked. Fortune surplus and all you want depend on your followers. At the beginning of the session, roll plus fortune. On a 10+, your followers have surplus. On a 7 to 9, they have surplus but choose 1 want. On a miss, they are in want. If they're surplus, list barter, like 1 barter or 2 barter. That's your personal share to spend for your lifestyle or for what you will.
Let's go ahead and roll that now, just so we know.
Okay, so what is fortune
you're gonna. It says roll plus something, I think.
plus fortune?
You should have a fortune starting fortune on your maybe on the front of the sheet.
Well, this. Yeah, fun fact. So I've played a lot of like PBTA, but I've never actually gotten to play like True Apocalypse
Yeah.
World.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit different than I'm used to.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh,
Oh wait, so I have a +1 fortune.
Okay.
It looks like fortune +1.
oh yeah. So you
So I
start
was-
with +1, and then you
Took
you
another
took the
one.
one to
So I
take
have a
+2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I borrow a die, please?
Yeah, we need 2 of them actually.
Yes.
Oh, Adam, can you pass me the extra playbooks?
Yes.
Slide this out of the way. So 7 + 2 is 9. They have surplus, but choose 1 want. And I have no idea what that means.
That's fine.
Yeah. So
Sam knows.
Yeah, there's a list of options on the back My want usually ends up being savagery.
That's
Yeah.
always good.
You'll have time to look over that. That's fine.
Okay.
You can decide later.
Yeah, I will look at that. And then I also took charismatic. When you try and manipulate someone, roll weird instead of roll hot. And fucking whack nut, so I got +1 weird, because
Yeah.
it only makes sense with this playbook.
I love it.
Yeah. Max out the weird.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, although I went with sharp as my highest stat, just to make it a little bit different.
I like it.
I'm doing my
A
own
clever
thing.
whack nut.
Yeah.
The cleverest of whack nuts. Crazy like a fish fox.
Fish fox are now a creature now.
Yes! Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
From because we did the advance after
Yeah.
I listed mine. The other one I'm going to go with is ice cold. So when I go aggro on an NPC, I get to roll cool instead of hard.
okay. Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So the four of you have grown up in the, fish world. There is a sunken vault in Santa Monica that a lot of people still live in. It's just full of water now. The Monetians can leave the water. You can go for a long time, but you do have to get in the water from time to time, right? It's not good for you to be away from the water forever. So they're not like world travelers, unless you're talking about swimming, right? So they don't wander quite as far. But there's plenty of scavenge up and down the coast. There's lots of shipwrecks and all kinds of things to explore. But you've grown up in this society, and you don't have an overseer. You don't have one person who's in charge. I think there's probably 3 older folks who make most of the decisions. But it's really there's probably 100 of you. It's not a big group. So. You can get along. It's a small village. Sometimes you trade with the landlubbers and, guard your little strip of life, right? Okay. So, given that you all kind of came up together and you know each other pretty well, there's a section on the back of your sheet called HX, and we're going to get to fill in our histories.
Sweet.
Does everyone see what I'm looking at?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So, Sam, why don't you read off your histories for us?
Okay.
Do we have names?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Jay and Sam. Sam, does your character have a name?
Yes. Wander.
Wander.
She can be a fish called Wander.
I was there. I'm real glad
sorry
about
about
it. Battle Babe.
Yeah.
Don't apologize for that.
Yep. Jay, do you have a name?
Yes, Sparkle.
Sparkle. Well, I like how these names are going. A fish called Sparkle. Lugs guns.
Yep.
Must lug guns.
Must lug guns.
My name is Ferris, after the beautiful structure that sits at the bottom of the.
Is it sideways now? Is it just laying flat in the water?
It's kind of a tilt.
Okay.
So, yeah,
part of
like
it's
that.
out of the water and
Yeah, and it's fun to
Is that a jaunty angle?
yeah.
yeah.
We have a whole game where people
To race through
swim
it
and
and-
race through it. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Obstacle course. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they also set it up as a occasional honor battles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a little
Yeah.
arena.
Yes.
That's the word I wanted.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's like the roof of the Hollywood Bowl to us. We have all of our meetings underneath it.
Yeah.
and set up the elder council and
Yeah.
I love it.
I like it. Mac?
Violet Costner.
Very good.
I'm not sorry.
With the hocus, right?
Yeah.
The
So that
history
you have
of
a
your
last
people is
name.
strong.
Yes. Because must do.
I'm happy.
I mean, when you have that name, you have to protect it and carry it through the generations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
The first of the fishy people.
Wander.
Yes.
What are your history notes?
Let's see. Go around for HX. On your turn, ask the other players which of their characters you can trust. For the characters you can trust, write HX -1. For the characters you can't trust, write +3.
What?
That's counterintuitive.
You are indifferent to what is safe and drawn to what is not.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
okay. So,
Whose characters can I trust?
You can trust Ferris.
Okay. -1.
might have to save him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he
Thank
might
you.
have to save you.
-1.
Ferris.
Okay. Sparkle,
I'm
are you trustworthy?
gonna say no.
Okay.
Into it.
Sparkle is not. Sparkle's out for Sparkle.
Yeah.
Like it. And Violet.
Surprisingly, yes.
Ah,
Hocus is
Interesting.
nothing if not reliable.
very trustworthy.
Yes. Crazy, but trustworthy.
Yeah.
You
have
can
any
trust
other-
that she's crazy.
Yes. On the other's turn, answer their questions as you like. At the end, choose one of the characters with the highest HX on your sheet. Ask that player which of your stats is most
Oh.
interesting. Oh,
Yeah, for highlighting.
okay.
Yeah.
That's at the end. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
done.
Jay.
Which one of you left me bleeding and did nothing for me?
No,
The
definitely me.
yeah, that's
Wander did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wander, that's HX -2.
Okay.
Oh, why?
Why? Aww.
I love that you have +3
Yeah.
with Sparkle. And
Yeah.
Sparkle is -2 to you.
Yeah.
It's
Seems
Great.
legit.
asynchronous relationship.
Which one of you has fought shoulder to shoulder with me?
That could have been me.
It sounds like some Ferris
Yeah.
would do.
Yeah.
Alright, so Ferris +2. And that leaves which one of you is prettiest and or smartest?
Well,
Which would be Violet. Violet Costner.
yeah.
Violet Costner.
Clever weirdo.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I
did-
named Violet after the lovely shade that my skin has taken on.
Well, and also, the VCs have flocked to the beach.
Oh my.
I didn't get that one.
The venture capitalists, all the like startups are in
Oh, yeah.
Silicon Beach,
Silicon
is what
Beach.
they're calling it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have named myself Silicon Beach.
Really? No.
Ferris is way better.
No, you made a good choice, Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did good.
Yeah. I did good. Oh, so it's my turn. I think. Is that all yours,
Yeah,
Jay?
that's all me.
Okay. All right. On my turn, ask 1, 2, or all 3. Which one of you do I figure is doomed to self-destruction?
Why is everybody looking at me?
Let me read the other two.
Well, and remember, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be that you think you're doomed.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Oh, like-
Which one does Ferris think is doomed?
Yeah, that's true. So the others are: which one of you put a hand in when it mattered and helped me save a life, and which one of you has been beside me all along and has seen everything I've seen?
The last one makes sense, I think, with Violet. I like the idea that Violet and Ferris have been together through a lot of it.
Yeah, I might be a believer in you. Tino.
Actually, well, my followers are my family. We might
Oh.
be related.
Oh,
I mean, a
okay.
lot of you are related. With
Well,
a group
yeah.
of 100 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
only so many fish people
But,
in
like,
the world.
specifically
Yeah.
part of my,
Fish
my
people
small
can't exactly be
group.
choosers.
Not that many fish people in the sea.
Yeah.
Damn it, you got to select the better one.
Wow.
That's good. I'm real
Wow.
happy about that.
Okay, you guys were all right. I am doomed now that you're
All right, I'm doing it. Wander.
Or at least you think I am.
Yeah.
So that's a HX -2.
I mean, you are a sort of throw
You get a
yourself
plus
into
3.
danger person.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, she wears a chainmail bikini, you guys.
oh, excellent.
That is wow.
So Sparkle,
That's
you,
an image.
you can either have you put a hand in when it mattered and help me save a life, or you can just be everyone else, which is just a +1.
Everyone else.
Okay, all right.
Isn't that feeling very saving lives in this game?
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
feel like it for that
Yeah.
character either.
Yeah.
Opposite for
Yep.
me.
Yeah.
You need somebody taken out? Yeah. Spear gun?
Okay.
Good.
So, for mine, which of you are my followers? Are we?
Yeah. I think you can put
Okay.
Ferris
So
down.
I'm gonna put down Ferris as a +2. One of you, I've seen your soul. Which one?
Ew.
Your dank fishy soul.
You've seen my soul.
Cool.
What of it there is.
Squishy.
Meager, sad thing that it is.
And then for everyone else, write down AX1. You're good, a quick judge of others.
Judgy.
Super judgy.
It's a good thing she doesn't care.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. I like it.
Should we do our looks?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we want to have descriptions. We want to go through. I don't know if we'll get to special moves, but everyone has like a sex move, which is part of Apocalypse World.
Ooh, fishy sex moves.
I mean,
Guillermo del Toro, this episode's for you.
yeah, I mean, it's really, we could say, it usually says if you and another character have sex, but it can be like moment of intimacy kind of thing, also because eggs.
I'm just thinking of Futurama. Why couldn't it have been a lady part on the bottom and the fish part on the top?
Yep. Finally, it's not just me making Futurama jokes on the show.
It never
Damn
has to
straight.
be on this show in particular, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's, I think we know enough of the basics about these characters, so let's go through, talk about the looks. Like, you can pick stuff off of the looks list or just come up with kind of your own thing. And we'll just also check in on gear again, so I know like what kind of stuff you've got. But yeah, Sam, what does Wander look like?
She looks like a woman who's a fish. Wearing showy armor. It's a chainmail bikini.
Okay.
She has a striking face, merciless eyes, and a very muscular body.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the gear again.
So I got the 2 custom weapons, a spear gun. For the options, I picked semi-automatic.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's got like some spears like
Yeah.
rigged up around
few,
it.
yeah.
It's high powered, so I can use it close and far.
Cool.
And then my staff with the sharpened spine on one end and the skull on the other. Yeah.
Human skull, or is it like metal?
No, it's a human skull.
But it is
pretty
still metal.
Yeah. It's
Thank you
definitely
for going
metal.
there with me.
Of course, we're family.
I've got 4 barter, fashion suitable to my look, which is basically
Not.
minimal,
Yeah.
as little as is required
Some
for a
sort of,
fish person
like
to
strappy
wear.
bits.
Yes, strappy bits and whatnot. Yeah. And then it says, if you'd like to start play with a vehicle or a prosthetic, get with the MC.
Yeah. Is there something you'd like?
Oh. I don't know what kind of vehicle a fish person would have. Can I have a jet ski?
Yep.
Okay.
If you think there's a world where I say no to that question, you're mistaken.
Fantastic.
Jet
Okay.
ski.
Is it fair to say that you're part of the group's, like, border patrol
Yeah,
guard?
security detail,
Yeah, okay.
which she's not real, like, big on like the security aspect of it. She just wants to be able to kill stuff.
Yeah, like please invade.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, I'm allowed to murder? Okay.
Yeah.
This is the job for me.
Yeah, because there's also a component to this where like you're a very small group, and if a bunch of people decided to descend,
Yeah.
you'd be in trouble, right? I mean, if you could get them to come into the water, it would be a hell of a fight, right? It would be like the 300, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you guys could hold off a big group. But ultimately, you're a very small group, and you can't just go willy-nilly murder time.
Fair.
But if people disappear into the sea,
What?
one or two at a time, like,
I mean,
Who's gonna miss
yeah.
so whose fault was that?
Yeah.
They went swimming.
Quick
They knew.
question.
Yeah.
The move section says you get all the basic moves and 2 Battle Babe moves. You can use all the battle moves, but when you get the chance, look up Standing Overwatch, Boarding a Moving Vehicle, and Subterfuge.
Yeah, don't worry
moves.
about that.
Don't worry about any of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just tell me what you want to do.
Never
And,
mind.
Yeah. They have rules for that
Perfect.
stuff, but we do it better. So,
Yay, us.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Jay, looks and gear.
So I am a man, but concealed in my like deep sea diver in
Yeah.
reverse armor
Okay.
that I've sort of cobbled together. Very large, a little bulbous
Okay.
in that fishy way, with cunning eyes and a scarred face.
Now, by large, are you talking like 6'6" or bigger, or like?
Like 6'6",
Yeah,
like not
okay.
like
Okay, not a giant.
yeah, not mutant style, but
Yeah, okay.
large.
Got it.
Takes up space. I figure I do a lot of the scavenging, a lot of the like. That's what the suit's for, so I can be like out on the surface longer.
Okay.
And I am geared
You have,
up.
like a long tube. Back to
Gotta get back. Geared up, so I've got an assault rifle, a shotgun, a magnum, and then many knives on the outside of the suit that
Cool.
I can just pull off and start stabby stab stab.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. And okay, awesome. Yeah, I think we have a good, clear idea. Oh yeah, of the like, pale seafoam green to like the blue purple scale. What is the Battle Babe's kind of skin tone?
Oh, oil slick.
Oil slick, so that like rainbow sheen.
Ooh.
I don't think we have hair. Probably.
No, probably
No.
he got different like fin
Oh
arrangements.
yeah, fin arrangements
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
good
I
idea.
feel like
Maybe markings.
some
like ear fins.
some
or-
spiky like angelfish spiky business.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
on
I like that.
I got one of them dangly things that lights up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you're like an anglerfish.
And,
Yeah.
and you can read at night.
Yeah, right? It's nice. It's good.
So good.
At night when you want it to turn off, you
Yes.
Can we pick our fish direction
I don't see why not.
so we don't all look exactly the same?
Really, Adam?
I mean,
Really?
All fish people do not look alike. They're,
Ugh.
they're distinct.
wow.
This is embarrassing,
is-
everybody. I'm
wow.
sorry, viewers. That was hard to watch.
Should I shut the stream down?
We're gonna muscle through it.
Species. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, so all right. So Ferris is clearly male, but transgressing. So he dresses in a lot of like feminine accoutrements.
Yep.
Lots of jewelry and tends to like try and look like the females of the species.
Okay.
In appearance. But his body is clearly male, and he refers to himself as male.
I'm going to go ahead and establish too that the fish tribe has 3 distinct genders.
Oh.
That there's a male, a female, and a distinctly agender member of the species. So,
Nice.
You know what? I'm going to take agender.
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take agender. That's fun. We'll try that. I will screw up pronouns.
Should we use they them for Ferris?
We can try.
Okay.
We can try.
They,
Yes.
them.
So yeah, they're very multi-sexual in terms of like appearance. So yeah, so agender but not asexual.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, very playing with both the male and female styles of our people.
Yeah.
They wear like casual clothing, but lots of like pouches and bags strapped on everywhere for like carrying all the weird little concoctions they have.
Yeah, imagine a lot of your stuff is like seaweed presses and salves and balms and
Yes.
things like that. Not like a traditional first aid kit.
Exactly.
'Cause
Yeah.
that would get soggy real quick.
Right. Yeah.
And I think you probably have like one scavenged stim pack
Uh-huh.
that's just been riding around in your pack for a long
Yeah.
time. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
like
it should work.
Right, yeah. Like I've got some various like Upworlder or whatever we call them medical stuff, but
Landers.
Landers may or may not work underwater anymore, and I haven't tried it or used it, so
Okay.
I'm not really sure what it does. We'll see.
Tricorder.
Yeah, tricorder. They have a kind face and caring eyes. They're kind of withdrawn in personality, kind of like tends to stay towards the back and doesn't really speak up a whole lot. But when they do speak, it's a big deal, at least in public. Yeah. And a compact body. They're very small
Okay.
for the species. I have my angel kit. And I have a small practical weapon. What would be the underwater equivalent of a sawed-off?
I mean, you could
Or,
have something like that,
Something like
or like an energy weapon that
Ooh.
yeah.
One of those like sonic pulse gun.
Yeah.
things.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sonic pulse gun?
Yeah,
Okay.
sonic weapon.
All right, I like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, and there is a you all have a like a high pitch version, like you can communicate over fairly long distance.
Oh, nice.
And with this high pitch thing, you shouldn't do it all the time because everybody can hear everything you're saying, right?
Right,
yeah.
But if it's like, hey, alert, or on the reef, like somebody's dead, like
Yeah.
like that's good. You should do that. But it's like there's one radio channel and everyone's on it. Right?
It's like the quiet moment at the party.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't use it to throw shade, guys.
Or the George Carlin thing of, and I said I'm going to have my testicles laminated.
Like I
Yes.
said, if I want to walk naked on a beach, that's my business. I have fashion suitable to my look, including a piece worth 1 armor.
Okay.
So I think it's like a sort of like hardened leather kind of like like breastplate kind of thing. So, yeah.
Cool.
So Violet Costner looks like a woman, but and is a woman. I don't know why I said it that way.
Well, I mean, those can be
Brains.
different things.
Brain's not work good, bad right now. And is sort of violet color, but towards the extremities,
Yeah.
it kind of fades out almost as sort of jellyfish translucent.
Ooh.
Especially like she's got one like crest of fin up on the top of her head, and she's got
Like a mohawk crest.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then like sort of where the ears would be has got sort of the same sort of
like-
fin sticking
Yeah,
out
that
as
back
well.
fin, yeah.
And definitely like on the backs of
Cool.
arms and everything. They're dressed very much in a lot of more like flowy garments and odds and ends. It's obvious that it's like the pretty stuff that has been brought to her, and a lot of necklaces and charms and all of this. In fact, one of the things that I took for followers is the followers aren't really yours, more like you're theirs.
Oh.
So it's like
They're
her
decorating you.
duty to the family, so it's decorated. Some of the ear fins have got like piercings through them
Mm-hmm.
and everything.
All right.
She's got very like mesmerizing eyes and just kind of seems a little vacant half of the time, but is definitely paying attention to things as they're going on. But very very lithe and very. They say she has a jellyfish quality to her movement.
Undulating.
Yes.
She undulates into the party.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and Ferris's coloring is kind of like a dark teal,
Okay.
with a little bit of like veins of orange and red and
Okay.
other colors in there.
Oh yeah, Jay. I don't think we
Oh,
got
dark green.
dark green. Okay, cool. I like that.
Little modeling.
I'm a little disappointed that nobody went with like a catfish mustache, but that's all right. I'll handle it.
Got an angular mouth with the teeth jutting up.
Whoa,
Yeah.
terrifying.
Oh my gosh, I have the best underbite.
Yeah. That's very good.
Amazing.
Okay.
Ooh, I definitely want Wander to have like a shark texture.
Okay. Yeah, like that rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a little bit matte, but then that like iridescent,
Yeah.
like purpley
Maybe that's
rainbow.
what that body armor's from. Is
Yeah.
That, like thick.
Yeah,
rough
she doesn't
skin.
need to wear lots of stuff because
Yeah.
she's got shark skin.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah.
Don't rub her the wrong way.
I think I have.
Does she have sharp teeth?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you all kind of have sharp teeth anyway, so
Did
You're-
she filed them sharper?
you're carnivores.
Probably.
Yeah. You're all carnivores, so that's. I mean, I'm sure there's like some seaweed supplement stuff going on, but like it's mostly meat for you.
Well, it's
so.
just to hold it all together
Yeah.
as you eat
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like
Well,
a bun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know, you wrap the seaweed and then the rice and then the human
Yeah.
in the middle there.
Right.
Yeah, you dip it in the wasabi and then it's
the long
Yeah.
pork.
I was just about to say that. Like a long pig sushi.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I think my texture is kind of velvety smooth, like a beta. Or like a manta ray
Sure.
kind of texture, and all of his like fins are like really like flowy, ribbony.
That's
Cool.
a familial trait.
Yeah, right. we have undulation.
I like it. I like it.
I was
Okay.
just undulating by.
Yeah, I'm not nearly the undulator. But, I just have
So
a few wisps of undulation.
a trader, a pair of traders had come by. It's two women who manage one cart full of mostly weapons. They're as far as you can tell, I mean, it's a little tricky anyway, but they seem like they look an awful lot alike.
Landers.
Yeah, but I mean, Landers anyway,
Gross.
right?
Wow, now who's racist?
You guys,
Fish.
yeah,
Fish people are pretty racist.
Yeah. But these two are known for, like, they will come by, you know, almost once a month and offer guns, whereas most of the traders, like, won't come right into town, but they'll come into, like, ankle-deep water with their big Brahmin and their cart and their wagon sort of thing, you know, and come in and, like, wait to be approached because they know not to go too close. Like, they've kind of figured out the basics of your society and like deal with it, you know, and so the people that you live with know these two women. They're trusted. I use air quotes, like as much as, you know, Landers are going to be trusted. These two bring weapons, sell them for what seems like a fair price, and they're interested in trade because you guys don't have as much caps as you have like weird shit that you pulled up out of the ocean. And they like that. Whereas a lot of traders come and like, I don't want whatever that is. Like, I can't even identify it. I don't want it. Like,
What's a zune?
yeah.
There's a
I also have this lovely dingle hopper. Also a snarf flat.
Isn't it great?
Gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
The fish who has everything. Okay. That didn't take as long as I thought it would.
you thought that was going to take long? I'm now like, why didn't one of us pick Ariel as the character?
Yeah. Except fish on the top.
Lady part on the bottom.
Well, I lay my eggs and you fertilize them.
Now I'm sad. Okay, so the Landers were here with their like weapons wagon, right? Were any of you interested in that? Were any of you guarding the contingent? You know, there's like half a dozen people who want to go see what they have for sale. What's your they don't come that often, so it is kind of interesting. If they're here, they might have news or whatever.
Wander's probably in the contingent, like making sure they don't make any trouble, and also like keeping one bulbous eyeball on those goods to see if there's any interesting weapons that look real sharp.
I always go see what they've got.
Okay.
Because sometimes they have weird stuff that it can use. Things that, like, I can't get underwater.
Okay.
Liquidy stuff.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Sometimes.
I feel like Violet's followers try and like keep her from being too close to anybody on the outside because
So they go and get her things.
Yeah, and it's like, well, and also it's more of a protection thing. It's like she's the only one in her family for generations that had the gift. So they're very protective, but she is very curious about the outsiders. So she's got sort of like a wall of her family protecting her, but she's definitely there studying everything going on.
Okay.
Yep. And Sparkle is there, sort of feeling them out to find out like what's the news, what's going on, and whose defenses are looking weak these days.
Yeah.
Where's the good scavenging opportunities out there?
Well, the interesting thing is they've heard some rumors about the clown posse, which you guys have, like, once or twice in your lifetime, you've heard about these clowns, right?
Yeah, they're
It's a long ways over. Greg, one of the fish guy with the catfish mustache, claims he has seen them. But
Greg.
fucking Greg.
fucking Jesus.
Every
Probably
time.
just a clownfish.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah. Old Greg.
They're so funny though.
Old Greg.
Yeah. Claims
Oh,
that he's seen the
Greg.
clowns, but
Always asking people if they've drank Bailey's out of a shoe.
right.
Passy.
Could you love me? But the women here are saying that so it sounds like the clowns are in a bad way, and they may not be a factor because the story of Overlook, which is it's a famous like joke story of like they're camped outside a vault, like it's gonna open, as if they know when it's gonna open. It's like a
Idiots.
blah blah blah.
Morons.
Except it opened, like the vault opened, and there are people there, and they are pushing back against the clown influence, which is
Says
like right around the
who?
corner from them. I know it's a wild story, but that's what these women are saying, is that it seems like the clowns might not be much of an issue anymore. Probably doesn't matter much to you all because it's a long ways from here, but we're hoping to do a lot more travel out that way too, so it might be a little longer before we're back.
Were the people who came out gods?
No.
They were supposed to be gods.
Well, I don't think so.
Pretty lame gods.
Hey.
Rude.
Wink. Love you guys.
Although there are some pretty strange stories coming out of Overlook.
Yeah.
Can you tell us?
Well, I don't know for sure, but there's a claim that a ghoul was turned back to a human.
No.
And you guys have dealt with ghouls a bunch, so that's like...
No.
that's
Why
not-
would they want to do that anyway?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
no
don't-
offense, but
I don't even understand. Like, it's such a big lie. Why lie about that? I don't know. It's a bizarre story.
clowns, schools getting turned back into people. And I mean, if you're going to get turned back into something, I mean,
Yeah.
A person?
Listen,
Ugh.
guys, it's the Valley. They're not normal out there. It's weird.
Bizarre, landy world you guys live
Yeah.
in.
Ugh.
So dry.
Desert. There's no water at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not strictly accurate, but I can understand why you'd feel that way. I mean, we have water.
Do you though? Do you?
Well, actually, out of the vault, there's like clean water coming out of it. We're going to be going back there on our way. Hopefully, by the time we get there, clowns will be dealt with, and we can keep going east a little ways. We've heard some stories about things that might be further east. But we're going to get
All right.
water before we head out.
That's what you want to do.
I mean, I don't know what's wrong with our water.
Yeah. Plenty of
Nothing
water.
is wrong with our water.
Plenty of water
Exactly.
right here. Got
Yeah.
plenty of water. Look at all this water right here.
The two women just
Super
kind of look at
clean.
each other like, mm-hmm.
All this water.
Yep.
All the water you can need.
Their water
So there
probably
you go.
doesn't even have salt in it.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
How do they even call that water?
We actually can't drink salt water.
What?
What?
Like, you can tell the other woman was like, it's like, don't even, like, why are you bringing this up? Kind of facial expression of like, so
Oh,
Can I
they're
look
even
inside
sadder
your
than I
mouth?
thought.
Wait. What do you do with your gills?
we don't have, like,
Have
just-
gills, Sparkle.
Huh.
yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Huh.
They
Wait, they don't-
breathe just air.
Huh.
They can't even breathe underwater.
Huh.
If you hold their heads underwater, they just drown and die.
They do.
So,
Huh. That's. Hadn't really
it's
thought
like
about that.
There's a lot of kicking involved.
The sort of, like, pinky color of these women has faded into a much paler pink.
Huh.
If you can turn a ghoul into a human, could you turn more humans into Monetians?
I don't know. I don't think it's true.
It
You
can't
could
be
have
true.
gills.
I mean, the
That's
ghouls.
true.
I don't think it's real.
Violet says it's not real, so it's not real.
Oh, you Violet, like, what did she say? Like, I can't.
Did you bring anything squicky or mushy?
Oh, well, I mean, we traded for some stim packs in Overlook. They have a bunch of stim packs now. Do
I
you?
have one.
Okay. Just the one?
Yeah. I
Okay.
haven't used it.
Well,
Oh, it's the one with the stingy thing on the end.
Yes.
Ooh. They're so weird.
It's really strange.
Yeah.
the only other thing I can think of is this, and it holds up a. It's too awkward if y'all can't read. So, yeah. Just holds up a bottle of clear, and it just says vodka on the outside of it. You know, it's like a big, like, Costco. Oh, it's that. Kirkland. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, this
Yes.
literal prop.
Yes.
Ooh, that's shiny. And
Yeah. I was
interest.
about to say, like, joke sized, but that's a real thing that's in our studio that our cast has drank half of.
Yeah. Who? I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Terry was here on Monday.
We love you, Terry.
Ooh, that will be very interesting to Violet because that seems very shiny and interesting, and is going to kind of push forward through her family
Oh, okay.
to take a closer look at it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not half. It's all the way full. It's got a big cap on it,
Props.
and yeah, it's like most of the labels and stuff are all rubbed off on it, but you can tell that the cap is sealed. So this is like fresh out of somewhere.
Whoa.
And
Is it this water that you were telling us about?
Yeah. Is that,
oh, it's
is
not
that water?
Water. It's alcohol. Do you have alcohol?
What is it for?
Getting drunk.
What? I mean, so it's water. You drink it.
That's a interesting point. It'll. I don't know how to explain it.
So we drink it,
Yes,
but not like water.
just a little bit at a time. I don't know what it's gonna do to you.
I wish to have this thing.
It burns.
Violet wishes to have it.
Oh, it's flammable?
Well, sort of.
Huh?
It's like if you have something spicy. Have you had spicy food?
Is it like the fermented fish? that we enjoy?
A little.
Or electric eels. They're very
Ooh,
spicy.
They're
yeah, they're
extremely
very spicy.
spicy.
They tickle.
That's good eating.
Yeah.
I like the tickle.
Oh yeah, actually, I think probably there's probably a strain of Mirelurk that is just
yeah.
like full of Tapatio.
No.
Just a Tapatio Mirelurk.
Delicious.
You
Yes.
can only have a little bit of that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like that?
So yeah, you spend some time. They try to explain what alcohol is like. The fermented fish. They're like, it's probably like that. We haven't had your fermented fish.
Would you like some? Pull a little glass jar out of one of my pouches and open it up for them.
God.
Oh, it's so good.
And you know what? One of the sisters is like, yeah, actually, I would like to try some. And has a little bit. And
Greg's mom makes this. It's the best.
let's see. What is her reaction? I, Jason, have had fermented shark in Iceland. And it's a situation.
But these are desperate people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think she's into it and is willing to trade for it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can I have the shiny bottle of water for Violet?
Yes, and we need some of that paste that you gave us last time. It was like a green, gritty paste. It turns out it's real good for burns.
This one? Open up.
Yeah, that's it, I think. Can I smell it?
Yeah?
Yep. That's it. That's the one.
It's just aloe and kelp.
Yeah. Okay.
The chewing is what really gives it that texture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. How else would it get to be like that?
Okay. Well, we need that, and I want that. So you can have this. This is the giant bottle. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Give Violet the giant
Thank
bottle
you,
of
Ferris. This is
vodka.
exciting.
and, a few other people sort of go through odds and ends and see what they have to offer. Knives and blades and things like that. But
How much do you suppose is meant by a little bit?
Maybe about a jar full?
That sounds about
A
right.
Nuka-Cola bottle full?
That's not very much liquid.
No.
No, it's a little. It's a very small amount of liquid.
Looking forward to trying it.
me too.
What if you poured a little in the sea and then, like, it up through your gills?
Ooh.
That
Would
might
that
work
get
if
us
we're quick.
crunk?
Is that what they said?
Drunk.
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 They said drunk.
What
Their
a funny word.
mouths are so weird. I can't understand half of what they say.
Yeah.
Sure we shouldn't just eat them?
No, they're very nice and they bring interesting things.
Okay.
And if this turns out to be good, we'll want them to come back with more.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
It's
Good
true.
point.
We can eat the next ones that
Should
come.
we try
All right,
some
sounds
now?
good.
Perhaps just pour it right in.
Yes?
Yeah, Super just gonna have some vodka poured straight into my fucking
Mel,
gills.
please roll open your brain.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sailed nicely.
So if you're
Yeah,
just
so that's
listening,
awesome. That's 6.
total of 6.
Is that marking experience?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, you get to mark XP. So I like reading this whole thing because it says, open your brain to the world's psychic maelstrom. On a 10 plus, the MC gives you good detail because you're sort of getting a vision about something. On a 7 to 9, the MC gives you an impression. If you already know all there is to know, the MC will tell you that. On a miss, be prepared for the worst.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Um,
Of all the things to roll badly on, this seems like a very good option.
Yeah.
This is an item that I am excited about.
yeah, that's fun.
Yes.
So, in the course of time, and I assume this is like once you've kind of gotten away from the trade wagon and right, or is this?
Well, yes.
No, I think we're kind of just.
Are we
I
still
mean,
there?
Yeah.
I mean, others might still be trading. We may have
Yeah.
stepped to the side.
Yeah. Step
Okay.
to the side and do the thing.
Okay.
Try it.
So there's a moment where you are flopping and gasping on the ground. Now, fortunately, you're in ankle-deep water,
Yeah.
and so there's some like gritty, dirty water getting in your gills as
thank
well.
God.
But all of you are sort of watching this, almost like seizure-like.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I rushed her side
Yeah.
immediately.
And you have a brief vision of blood in the water, chunky guts, and just that, because you smell, you scent things into like a way that humans don't, right? You
Yeah.
can smell things through your nose because you still kind of have a nose, but you can also like taste things through your gills, and you just have that pervasive sense of blood in the water. And when you come up, you're having a little bit of a like bloodlust moment, and who gets your claws?
I'm probably.
Oh, you're the closest.
I'm right there. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as you go down, like, yeah.
Yeah, Ferris
Yeah.
is unfortunately
Yeah.
the closest.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ferris, I'm going to have you roll cool.
Oh, okay. I'm not good at that.
Oh
That's
no.
not my thing.
Oh, yeah, you
fine.
are.
That's a 9.
Okay, so you get knocked back. You don't take harm, but you do get shoved to the ground, and the rest of the group like sort of helps Violet up and stands and sees that she shoved you to the ground and is like, well, and they sort of like turn away from you.
Oh no. Shunned.
Like, well, Violet threw them
Oh.
down, and
You're out.
that's just kind of like the initial impact of
Yeah.
what's happening. They're a little like, well, if she threw them on the ground, then that's probably the right thing to do. But a step we skipped.
Yeah.
You'd rather have harm, huh?
They took harm. Emotional
yes.
harm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spiritual harm.
Let's go around. Sam,
Yes.
who do you have the most HX with?
Sparkle.
Sparkle. Which attribute should Mac mark?
I'm not Mac. That one's Mac.
I mean Sam. Finally did it.
Yes.
It had to happen eventually. Sorry.
Creepy twin powers activate.
I'm Fred. He's George.
Let's see. I want to see Wander be weird.
Yeah. Okay. And do you roll?
I roll cool instead of hard.
Yeah. So also mark cool, please.
Okay.
And so, folks, if you're listening along, the highlighted stat is one that the first time you roll that stat in the game, you get to mark XP for this session, and then you would change it every session. We only have this one, so I don't know. We might do it a couple times this time. And so the person with the most HX that you have gets to mark one of them, and then I get to mark the other one. So, Jay, who do you have the most HX?
Violet.
Okay.
All right. So I get to choose for you.
Yep.
Yeah, something that you would like to encourage Sparkle to roll.
I want Sparkle to roll hot.
Hot.
And I got to go with hard.
Yeah.
Sexy sparkle time.
Yep. Ferris.
Amazing what you can do with that light. Violet also has the highest history for me.
Okay.
Let's go with. I want you to get weird with me.
Yeah.
And I probably would have had you mark cool anyway, so mark cool and then take the XP for having rolled cool.
Okay. I'll take it.
And let's see, the highest for me is actually Sparkle.
Oh. What do we got going on over there? I want to see you get hot.
And also mark weird, please.
Yeah. So, and I rolled that, so. Boop.
Everyone picked their advance too, right?
Yes.
I thought everyone said they did. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
we didn't forget. Cool. So, you have this brief vision of, just infuses you with violence. And when you come to, you're sort of being hauled up by the armpits, with your followers, like a bunch of them trying to like get you back on your feet. And your friend Ferris is just like, you remember slapping them down.
Yeah.
Right? And like raking claws across their armor and just like throwing Ferris to the ground with that like wild strength, like
Yeah.
you're not that strong. But in the grip of this vision, you just launch them to the ground.
And I'm just kind of like, just kind of barely sitting up on one elbow on the ground, just looking kind of pitiful.
Oh.
Do I have vodka in my system now that went straight in through the gills?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mainlined.
Mainline. Just like, blood, bits, not good.
Blood bits.
Blood bits. Bad, bad, but
Blood bits.
actually good. No, good. Things are good. Yes, good.
Blood bits, and they point at Ferris.
Oh no, he's cool. He's like, he is family. He got me that bottle. It was kind of weird at first, but now I like this whatever drunk. I think this is that drunk thing they talked about.
This is drunk,
Yeah, the first part of drunk is bad.
but then the next part of drunk is good.
Yeah.
Usually that's the other way around.
Yeah.
Hangover first.
It'll go back to bad at some point, I'm sure. Right now, isn't good.
So, do you need to?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to move us forward a little bit.
Okay.
We're into the evening. The Wagoneers have headed off, and most of you are gathered back in the water, doing whatever it is you do in an evening. How much of this vodka's gone?
Oh.
That's a good question.
Well, we did think that a Nuka-Cola sized bottle was the appropriate thing. So I think this time, instead of going through the gills, it's going to probably be just going to drink it with
Okay.
an actual fish person mouth.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine like the fumes coming out of your gills.
Yeah. Yeah, she's finding that more and more the good part of drunk is happening.
Yeah.
And
I like
it's
that.
probably extremely sloshed at this time.
Okay. So there was no special like town meeting or anything called for tonight. There's no entertainment scheduled. It's just kind of like the sort of night where everyone would just go home and go to bed eventually. There are bunks in the vault that plenty of people stay in because it's easy to protect. Lots of people have made little, like, a few people like huts that are sort of like half in the water. And so, some people have kind of moved to the surface. Fucking Greg. But,
Nobody likes Greg.
towards, a little later in the evening after dinner time, there is a very high pitch, there's that sort of like ultrasonic communication, right? Of like, oh no, look at, and then it's cut off.
Oh.
And you all know approximately where it came from, but everyone's like freaking out because it was like a major panicked voice. We're also pretty sure it sounded like Greg's voice.
I was just gonna say, do we know who it is?
Yeah.
And was it?
Goddamn Greg.
And you also know that it was Greg's night. He was one of the people on kind of patrol, right? Everyone kind of alternates and does their turn. It's a small community, so everyone does their part. But yeah, that's
I'm gonna get on my jet ski and head spear first
okay.
towards where that came from.
Okay.
Because we get a direction
Yeah.
With our weird sonic hearing thing? Yeah.
For sure.
Stealth be damned, jet ski into
Okay.
the fray.
Yep. I'm right behind her.
And Violet, you see Ferris like leave the enclave and take off swimming in that direction.
That looks like fun. So I'm gonna go with Ferris.
Do it.
Okay.
Although that sound sort of made big head for a minute, and that was bad. But then afterwards, it was fine. She's gonna be so hungover.
Oh yeah, it sounded like animals for
I
a
know.
second.
I thought the dogs were outside howling.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just a siren.
It's just Greg.
So as you go racing out there on your jet ski, you're going to be getting there first. When you get out to about where it is, you realize you're going to have to go underwater because you can't see him.
Okay.
But you're, it's like, oh, I must have come here, and so you jump off, go into the water, and it's. I think you'll probably see pretty well in the dark as well because it's real dark under the water.
Yeah.
And then it's nighttime as well. So I'm going to say it's a clear night, full moon, hence all the howling. And the moment you dive into the water, you smell the blood, and you find like kind of drifting, like it had been. You can see. This is just like a thing. You all live in the water. You can see that Greg had been pushed down into the water and is now like coming back up. But it's just the top half of Greg.
Oh, okay.
And he's dead, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
and you can just see his torso slowly rising back to the surface.
Aw.
Okay. Well, what's the separation point look like? Does it look jagged like it was bitten?
That's a good question. Let's read a sitch.
Okay.
So you're going to roll plus sharp.
Okay.
Let's see how we do.
That's gonna be 6.
Okay.
Not great.
On a miss, ask one anyway, but be prepared for the worst.
What's his torso end look like? Does it look like a bite?
It doesn't.
Okay.
It looks like a blade chopped into him, and then another blade. And while you're looking at this, you're real intent on this, and there's a lot of people doing like high pitch, like what's happening?
Yeah.
Like who did that? Is everyone okay? Like boom, 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 going back and forth.
Yeah.
And you only hear the low hum of the motorboat too late.
Oh, good. Okay.
And this thing, like the bow of the boat slams into your back,
Okay.
and you are shoved under the water as the blade of the motor is
Cool.
like whoa, 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 like right above you.
Yeah.
So let's take one harm.
Okay.
I'm factoring. You have 2 armor, right?
I do have 2 armor.
Yeah. So you got what? I was going to say you took 3, so you just take 1 of that.
Okay.
Because this thing is like going full speed, and just like knocked the breath out of you.
Yeah.
Square in the back. But it's good that it did that because you didn't get chopped up by the motor.
Perfect. Now I know what happened to Greg.
And now that you have a sense of what to listen for, you realize there's another boat out ahead.
Oh, okay.
So that one got Greg, and then this one was just following along. And they don't even turn around. They're not like, they weren't attacking you.
Are they going out to sea?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna screech over our fish intercom, interfishcom. Greg's dead. He got chopped up by a boat.
Aw.
Ew.
Yeah, you hear kind of crying.
Moaning.
Yeah, I mean, there's a general keening, I
Yeah.
think, from the community.
Even
Of,
for
Yeah.
Greg.
I mean,
Yeah, we're a small
Yeah.
group. That's
Yeah.
a big deal.
yeah, I mean,
We just
he
lost
was
1%
he
of
was
our
a weirdo,
population.
but like he's our weirdo.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
We only have so many weirdos.
Yeah.
I feel
I would like to
personally
find
attacked.
his
And
legs.
then there's that weird thing where the blood smells kind of good too. And
Yeah.
like, ah, dang it.
I'm a little hungry. My back hurts, but
Oh yeah, that thing like, ugh. If you didn't have armor on, that would have
Yeah.
sucked.
yeah.
Or if you weren't made of armor, I guess. I don't know.
Part shark. I'm gonna try and swim down and see if I can find his legs and bring him back for whatever kind of burial at sea we do.
You swim down just in time to see his legs claimed.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
There's
okay.
like a couple Mirelurks down there. Like,
Yeah. Fair enough. We eat plenty of those.
yeah. So,
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Hey.
hey.
No. But you can take the top half back.
Yeah. I'm gonna sling the top half over my jet ski and
Okay.
back to town.
Yeah. So you get back to town. Everyone's, pretty freaked out.
Yeah.
Those of you, like the 15 or so of you who are kind of equipped for combat and guard duty and stuff. And Greg was actually no slouch when it came to that, right? Like, he
Yeah.
could go toe-to-toe with most of you. And he was older than you, so he's also, like, kind of wily and experienced. So this thing really must have caught him off guard.
Right.
Right? Like, just out of nowhere. Who knows what he was doing? But he wasn't paying attention, and he got chopped up by a boat. So you get back. The elders are wanting to sort of like, well, let's do the thing we do. What do we do with our dead? You tell me.
Well, I think normally we do let the Mirelurks consume them, but we choose to let them consume them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
whole
giving
ceremony.
back,
Yeah.
to the
The circle of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
We have a whole thing.
Yeah, it's like the flesh-eating beetles. You give it to them, they strip all the flesh off, and then you can use the bones to make a gazebo.
yeah. We have that whole ossuary.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Do we have bones still?
Yeah.
so
There's
Mirelurks.
no bones.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So Mirelurks don't eat bones.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. They
Or
just
Mirelurks
strip the
do.
flesh.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Like dermested beetles. Just
Yeah.
really big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they are kind of like beetly, crabby lobster things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wonder you're hurt.
Oh, yeah. I got hit with a boat a little. Do you have a salve for that?
I can just
Boat
fix
salve?
it.
Oh, okay.
May I touch you?
Yeah, I guess. Just downwards, not upwards. You'll cut your hand.
Yeah, with the
With
grain.
the grain.
With
Yeah.
the
Grain,
grain.
not
Okay.
against the grain.
Is that half of Greg?
I found Greg.
But only one half.
Let's go.
The other half was already gone.
No. Okay, it's still alright. Okay. On a 7 and
I'm loving these
Sorry.
rolls tonight.
Yeah.
This is great.
Let's make it
So I
weird.
got a 7. On a 7 and 9, heal one segment, but you're also opening your brain, so roll that move next.
Yay! Just your brain though, not
Yeah,
mine.
just mine at least.
We'll
Open
see.
your brain to the sake
It depends on how well they roll.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, and that was weird, so I couldn't see.
Yeah, get weird with me.
Okay, so I'm opening my brain to the world psychic maelstrom.
Dang
8 plus 1 is a 9.
Dang it.
I mean, that's fine. I'm not mad. Okay, so you actually have an experience where you're out of body, but you have a real clear memory, so this is why it's weird. It's a painless memory of what Greg just experienced, right? Like you see yourself swimming and, kind of looking at something in the water and hearing like an annoying sound that seems further away than it is. And you're looking at something and then you just like look down and you're like shoved down in the water. Your legs are going that way, and you actually have that moment of like, oh man, I've just been cut in half. Because like you would be conscious for a little bit,
Yeah.
like,
Right, yeah.
That's not right.
and like basically you're with Greg in his last moments, and his experience of like, oh dang. So it's a little more profound than that, but
but only slightly.
It is Greg.
Not a lot going on up there.
did you love me? So Yeah, that's just a memory that will be with
Yeah.
you forever.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Now I know. Yeah, but I heal your one.
Yay!
Your
Oh,
wound.
that feels a little better. Just
Yeah.
crack that vertebrae back into place.
My legs are never going to come back.
What?
Your legs are right there.
Greg's legs.
No, they got
Those-
eaten.
Yeah, definitely.
Saw it happen right into the Mirelurk mouth.
I saw it happen too. Oh, not the eating. I saw Greg's legs split apart.
Oh.
Are you seeing things now too?
Did you drink the water?
No, I didn't drink the water.
Oh.
Maybe I'm not the only one in the family.
Ooh.
Maybe I have sight as well.
Eh,
I mean, we can all see.
Yeah, I don't know. These
But-
guys look so bad.
but yours. I'm not gonna lie.
Man.
It kind of sucks if you're watching things get cut in half. That's no good.
I saw him die, but it was me.
We cannot allow this attack to stand.
No. Yeah, I'm like, who? Wait. We were just attacked by boats, guys.
Yeah.
Boats in our water.
It looks like the
They
boats
killed
were
Greg.
going. Well, the boats were going that way. They were going out to sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boats were going out to sea. They didn't come back.
Were they going towards the oil suckers?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, must be. I say we go find those guys in those boats and we cut their legs off.
Yeah.
Their legs could be quite delicious.
Yeah, true. It's getting pretty hungry too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Oh, I like the leg part because it's easier to eat off of the bone.
It's,
Also, I'm starving right now. Drunk is awesome.
I can't wait to try it.
She just kind of like pats the bottle and like underneath her outfit a little bit. Just shifts some fabric in front of it.
So
We need revenge and retribution for Greg.
that's right.
Sounds good to me.
I'm down. Always
Yeah.
down for revenge and retribution, and also maybe some scavenging.
I want leg meats. Let's go.
Like meat.
Yeah.
are your followers the kind of followers who would go to battle? Are they going to follow you
they're
around?
judgy AF. If I'm going somewhere, they're gonna go with me
Yeah.
because it's
Okay.
more that they're gonna protect me, and
Okay.
I'm acting particularly more than usual strange. So they're
Perfect.
oh yeah, because that was the thing too with the roll from earlier, and their want is judgment.
Yeah.
So
So I'm going to say your family has
Judging you.
the other jet ski in the town, right?
sure.
And of course, these are like electric hydrojet, because they run on a fusion power cell,
Got
which is totally fine to have in the water.
Yep. That's totally fine.
And
Reasonable.
they turn those water turbines and go real fast. Turbines, I should say, not turbines.
That'd be weird if you have high speed turbines.
Yeah, a spinning turbine would be, I don't know, maybe cool.
Could work. Could get you there.
Right?
Yeah.
Could happen.
More of a helicopter effect, I guess. I don't know if it like unfolds. And,
Well, somebody holds on to it, and then as it
Yeah.
unravels, you hold on to the other end, and
Oh,
then
boy.
it just pulls you along like, you're water
so
skiing.
we can double and triple up on these
Perfect.
jet ski
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Human
And-
fish person pyramid.
Form of bigger fish person.
or trail one. Like you've probably got big feet. You could just
Oh yeah, I'm
water
just jet
ski.
skiing
Hang
behind
on
the
to the
thing.
back. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You were like that what is it, that motivational poster where it's the bunch of little fish in the shape of a big fish?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Perfect.
That's us.
Yeah.
Violet's totally gonna ride, I think, on the front of Wanderers and be like, "Hey, look, guys, I'm a masthead."
Your family is so concerned.
Oh yeah, she doesn't care though. She's so drunk right now.
All right, so you guys, you rush out into the water, and pretty quickly you can see that one of the oil suckers has lights on, which it doesn't usually.
Oh.
Oh.
Right? And you can see a couple of they're like they're not like dinghies with a outboard motor. They're like like a deep sea fishing boat kind of thing.
Okay.
You know?
So big boats.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like you put half a dozen people on there to go
Okay.
fishing, right?
Got it.
Not like a fishing trawler.
Got it.
But like personal, let's
Yeah.
go
All
fishing,
right.
kind of thing. But they don't look rigged up for fishing. They look scavenged and put back together and repaired.
Got
So you can see them kind of bobbing in the water, tied to the pylons. And the water is really high up. You know, the ocean levels have risen, and the oil rig is like almost level with the water. It's just
Okay.
like a few feet out of the sea level. So,
Got it.
and probably at high tide, the sea is probably up in the floorboards of this oil rig.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So, what do you want to do? You don't see any people.
Cut their boats loose.
Yeah? Yeah, first off, cut the boats loose. That's a good call.
Yeah, we want to strand them on there so then we
Yes.
can
Yeah.
get them and eat them.
Because then we can eat them so much more.
Yeah.
Definitely scuttle these boats.
And a couple of your family members are like, well, I mean, we might be able to use them.
You can drive the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
take the
we
boat
could've
back.
put-
but don't scuttle them.
Well, yeah, just
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we don't see any people. So yeah, let's cut them
Steal
loose
their
and take them
boats.
back.
Yeah, okay. All right, so your family members are occupied with, like, getting the boats away and, like, not wanting to turn them on right away.
Yeah.
You know, so they're sort of,
Yeah.
like,
away.
paddling them.
Paddle them away.
Yeah, I mean, you all paddle pretty hard. It's a big boat, but if you get 2 or 3 of you behind one of these things, you can move it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because you've got to move it.
Yeah.
Move it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there like a ladder or something to get onto this?
Yeah, but even like you could like dive and hop, like just whoop
Yeah.
up, right? Because it's like 3 feet out of the water.
Yeah.
And you all can get some good movement
Do a
underwater. So
backflip
Right.
on the way.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna do. I want to like reconnoiter though. I want to like sort of swim around the
Okay.
platform, take a look, make sure we don't see anyone where we are. Make sure there aren't like guard patrols on the far side or whatever.
Yeah. You don't see anything in the like guards posted out on the platform.
Okay.
You can hear sort of indistinct conversation. You can hear people talking, but they're not talking very loudly. But it just seems like casual conversation and some clanking and tools, and that noise makes it hard to hear what they're saying.
Got it. You know, I want to go underneath and see if there's a way into the facility from the like directly from the water.
Okay. Why don't you roll read a sitch too, since we're doing a little bit more investigation.
That's a 10
Plus your sharp.
2, so 12.
Oh my! So you get to ask 3 of the questions from Rita Sitch. It's in the top right corner of basic
Read a
moves.
sitch. What's my best way in?
Okay. There is a what do you call it? Like a
hatch.
circular hatch. Yeah, there's
Got
a
it.
hatch on the bottom.
Cool.
That looks like you could probably get it open. It does have a wheel on the bottom.
Got it. What should I be on the lookout for?
Well, what I'll tell you is it's hard to tell exactly where the voices are up ahead or
Okay.
up above. So you're not 100% sure this hatch doesn't just like open the room that they're standing in.
Got it.
But this, I should also like give you a rough idea. Like the size of this thing is like, 1,500 square feet. Like
Okay.
it's like a big apartment.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably a couple of offices and equipment and other things, and and actually, yeah, it's like a couple stories too. There's like the stuff on the main platform, and there's some stuff up above that,
Yeah.
and and then on top of that second level, there's a big flat platform.
Got it.
That is, I mean. We, the audience, know is a helicopter landing pad.
Yeah.
You all, I don't know if you know what that is, but
Fuck do we care? We're the people that I can eat.
yeah, it's a big flat roof.
That's,
So
that's the key. So, what's my enemy's true position?
oh well, yeah, they are up in the second floor, working on something in this like one corner, and you really like they just got in and like flipped on all the lights, and they're not worried about stealth at all. And but you're 100% sure if you open up this hatch, that room is fine.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna open up the hatch and crawl inside
Okay.
and start creeping my way up towards where these guys are.
All right. Where's everybody else?
Let's see. I've got family taking care of the boats, but I really want to eat people, so I'm going to follow and see where Sparkle's going.
Okay.
I'm following along behind, but I'm staying in the water for now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go up the outside, like up the ladder onto the deck.
Okay. But kind of pacing
Yeah,
where they are.
to try
Okay,
and
from the outside.
flank our enemies.
Oh, actually, no. I'll stay with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay back
Okay.
with you, and just I'll kind of stay on the ladder, but like peeking up over the top of the deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And because you have Sparkle's good sort of lookout situation, you all get up onto that first floor. You can see, where the boats were tied up. There's a few little things like duffel bags dropped off, and you can see they pried open the door to get from the outer platform into where you are.
Okay.
Which is like kind of a staging area, and there's a bunch of like pipes and tubes and equipment, and now you all have been kind of trying to figure out how to use this stuff for a while because you know that people want what comes out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not
Right.
very useful to you, and it's stinky and gross. And the last time somebody tried to do something with it, it made a big mess, and it was like, oh, this isn't worth it.
Yeah. It messes up our water.
But if these
Nice clean water.
if these
Yeah.
guys have figured out how to do something useful with it, it might be worth like trying to figure that out
You can use it for barter.
before you eat them. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, they can still work the rest of it if their legs are gone.
That's true.
We don't have to eat the talky parts first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, normally I like to, so, we don't have to listen to them scream while you eat the rest, but...
Yeah. Do the duffel bags look like they're full of weapons?
They are mostly full of tools.
Okay. None of the tools are better weapons than what I have.
Yeah. I mean, there is a wrench that's like 3 feet long. It's a like enormous heavy monkey wrench.
I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
I would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call.
Are you real strong?
I assume so.
Normally it would be hard, but you roll with something else.
Cool.
Yeah.
She's very cool.
Yeah. So you're more of like a dex fighter,
Yeah.
but it's
So
still a
she
cool
also-
big wrench.
Yeah.
She's also a heavily muscled or
Yeah.
muscular body.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
She's buff.
Yeah. All right then.
But you said there's a variety of tools there?
Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff in there. I don't think you all would recognize a blowtorch. There's what the audience sees as a blowtorch. So like a canister with a nozzle and like some like switches and dials and stuff on it. There are some other like like a welder and
Is there anything like a crowbar?
oh yeah, a bunch of that kind of stuff.
Okay,
like
'cause-
wrenches and crowbars and like normal size tools.
Yeah, it helps you open up the food. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take a crowbar.
Okay.
I do like canisters.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take the canister off of this weird contraption thing that it's attached to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably good for storing stuff in. Who knows what it has in it now, but you could clean it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Take that off.
Okay.
I'm going to take that with me.
When you take it off, it smells like when that big mess was in the water. It smells like that kind of astringent, like yuck
Yeah.
smell that came out of this machine.
Yeah.
I don't like this machine. I don't like this machine. I don't like its mess.
Yeah.
I don't think we should let these guys get it running if they're trying to get it running.
Nope.
I mean, unless they can do it without the mess, and then we can trade it for more drunk stuff.
Good point.
Well, that's
And
a
then
good point.
everybody can have
That's
some
a
of
good
the
point.
drunk.
So
we could all be drunk.
So you two are kind of inside that room.
Yep.
You two are just outside, and you can kind of like see each other through the open door, right?
Right.
Okay.
And all of you kind of freeze, and in the dark, you're practically invisible, right? And you hear this like, "Go get the tools. Why do I have to get the tools? I don't see why I should have to get the tools. What a fucking asshole!" Like, and
delivery.
down the ladder on the outside of the building, coming down, and then this is like going to come around the corner. You see somebody in a white jumpsuit with round black spots all over it, like big polka dots, about the size of like 3 or 4 inches in diameter.
Huh.
And a bright blue curly mass of hair.
Damn it, goddamn clowns!
Clouds.
Can never get away from the damn clowns.
And as he's coming down the ladder, his feet are like, weak, 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 weak.
Oh no, you guys, they're gonna taste funny.
None of you use enough hot sauce.
It's true.
It gets the funny out.
Ferris puts a hand on your arm and says, "That's the most beautiful lander I've ever seen. It
Oh, goddamn Ferris.
So,
almost looks normal.
you're right. It does have more interesting coloration than
Usually
usual.
so pink and
Oh yeah, this is like shell white skin.
Oh, yeah, not bad. I'm gonna use my dangerous and sexy move.
Okay.
Because this seems like a charged situation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I mean he doesn't know you're here, but
well, when he turns around, it's
Yep.
going to be a roll charged situation.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be standing between him and the tools,
yeah.
flipping that 3-foot wrench
Ooh.
in my hand. Giant fish monster lady in
Bang.
in
Yeah.
a chainmail bikini, just staring him down.
yes, with your like skull and spine
Yeah,
strapped
just
to your
leaning
back.
on that spear a little, just flipping the tool.
Okay. Does that move have you roll something?
Yes, I get to roll
Let's do that.
roll hot.
This is the confusing part is when he realizes he's into it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with that information?
Oh no! Did I miss?
Yeah.
Ah.
Can I help?
So what's your
Oh
hot?
no. It's just +1,
So
unfortunately.
you're at a 6.
So I'm at a 6. Damn it.
What if-
So read the move and let's see how we feel about help moves.
Okay. So on a 10+, you hold 2. On a 7 and 9, hold 1, which you can spend to make eye contact and make them freeze or flinch. On a miss, your enemy identifies you immediately as their foremost threat, which fair.
But what's like the flavor text at the start of it? I'm trying to think of how somebody
Oh.
could roll a help.
It just says when you enter into a charged situation, roll hot.
Okay. I don't think there's a help that's going to make
Yeah.
sense here.
Let me see that.
Unless you'd like to open your brain.
To the most beautiful lander you've ever seen.
No, I kind of, yeah.
I think you got to commit to the bit. Adam.
Yeah.
Say yes to the dress. Dressing. Sorry, dressing. Say yes to the dressing.
Interesting. I mean, I didn't say I was into it. I just said it's
I
beautiful.
think clowns probably taste like Thousand Island.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, ranch.
Ranch. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Good call.
It's like that ranch Thousand Island blend,
Oh,
which is
Oh.
basically just ranch with ketchup and pickles.
Fancy
Like,
sauce.
why ruin ranch?
Oh, we're gonna need some of that Tapatio.
Ooh.
That is an 11. And also, that's weird.
Okay.
I did roll my cool.
And is it possible? Well, no, you go ahead. Yeah, I am trying to see into the reality of what this thing is
hmm
and connect to it on a psychic level.
Okay. So, what
That's amazing.
what you two see is yeah, and you've seen Wander take up a stance like this before.
Right.
Wander is a stunning
This
creature.
is her move.
That, this is a thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, she's doing the smolder.
You're either going to get murdered or hooked up with if she's doing this
Little
stance.
bit of column A, little column
Maybe
B.
both.
I think what the thing is that I am insanely envious of Wander.
Yeah.
I think that Wander is everything I wish I could be.
Aw.
In that sense of just so badass and sexy.
Part of her world.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop, audience. So if you're not into it,
Right?
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just badass and buff, and I'm just this tiny little thing that most people don't get, and I think I am so scared that she is going to lure this amazing creature into her clutches before I get a chance to learn what it is.
So the three of you
Oh, Eric, run away with you?
see Ferris step up shoulder to shoulder with Wander and suddenly have this presence that you've never seen Ferris have.
Wow.
This like confidence and stance and just like a mirror smolder
Yeah.
to Wander's.
Double smolder.
And and it's not even the sort of thing of like, oh, they're competing with me. It's like, oh yeah, with our powers combined,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, like Wander looks at you and is like,
Care Bear's
hey,
scared.
look at
Yeah.
you.
And
And I'm flipping that canister.
yep, yeah, in sync.
Yes, insane.
But for you, Ferris, you are looking at you and Wander smoldering at you.
It was so weird.
What's your 7 to 9 result, Wander?
7 and 9 is hold 1.
And what do you get to use your holds on?
To make eye contact with the NPC present who freezes or flinches and can't take action until you break it off.
Okay, so which would you like to do?
I think he should probably freeze because this is a weird situation he's just come down to face while trying to get some tools.
Uh-huh. So yeah, Ferris, you have a sense of both that sort of admiration that you have for Wander and sort of seeing yourself literally and figuratively in a new light. Like, hey, I look good. And you're getting this like chattering second channel of the person, right? This guy of like, what is happening? Like panic and attraction and more panic and like, what do I do? And just feeling frozen.
Little flower on his vest just automatically squirts.
Oh, we don't need to make this crass.
No, but we're going to anyway. It's one of the
'cause
many
we have
services
to.
we provide.
Because we're gonna.
We don't have to, we get to.
His oversized pants are feeling 3 sizes smaller right now.
There we go.
Yes.
So there's this 3-person stare off.
Yeah.
Sparkle, what are you doing?
I'm gonna grab this dude while he's sort of standing there frozen,
Okay.
and like, pull him into a hold.
Okay.
Be like, hey, shh.
So describe how you're grabbing. You like
Just gonna like pull him into like one of those like, not exactly like a headlock.
like a hostage hold.
Yeah.
Like okay. Okay. Yeah, you can grab him pretty good. What are you doing?
I am staring at the legs, which are very much concealed under really strange pants. So I'm a little confused as to
they're
the
pretty-
best way to start on my meal.
Yeah, because these are like coveralls, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they've been bleached white. You can now tell that the polka dots were painted on.
of course.
I'm gonna poke at the pants with the thing I took. I can't
Crowbar?
think, with the crowbar,
Uh-huh.
like trying to like figure out if there's legs in there and if they're where I think they should be.
Yeah, there's meat in there.
Cool.
Yum, yum, yum.
Those feet are huge too.
They look really chewy though.
So
They're a little squeaky.
They sound squeaky. Okay, so you wrap this
Yep.
guy up, and it breaks the spell a little bit, right?
Right.
But you've got it. You cover up his mouth, I assume, and
Yep.
like,
Keep him from yelling.
what did you say?
I'm like, how many up there? How many are up? How many up there?
All right, so the eyes get big. You're back as yourself, but feeling
Yeah.
3 sizes bigger.
Yeah.
And how are you doing?
Good. She looks at you and she's like, Ferris, that was a good smolder. Well done.
Thank you.
We make a good team.
And this guy is just looking between, like, just like mouth is like covered up and just in full panic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, if he had been grabbed by humans, this is a
Right.
situation that he understands,
Right.
right?
Yeah, he'd
Like,
be freaked out. But
he lives in a violent, destructive world. He is a murderer, right? Like, this is not like his first day out of the house. But this is a little outside
Yeah.
of what he was expecting.
He's not quite prepared for fish people.
Because they live so far from the coast, they hadn't really heard the
Right.
That there were
rumors.
fish people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke at his leg. How many more?
I've got 2 legs.
Well, no, I mean other landers like you.
Yeah. How many more landers? How many?
Answer the question.
You
How many?
Landers know how to count, right?
Yeah,
1,
10,
2.
and then also you can smell pee. Sorry.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We're gonna have to wash this first.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
wash them before we eat them. Don't worry about it.
We pee everywhere.
Yeah, but that's
But that's
our
on
pee.
ourselves.
And it's immediately dispersed.
Yeah, we pee in the ocean like a normal
civilized
Like a
person.
people.
civilized person, yeah.
Jesus. Not just on our legs.
Gross.
Gross.
I'm gonna come up to him and just start like examining him, like putting fingers in his mouth and
Okay.
looking in his ears,
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah, he doesn't have much to resist that because he's
Oh, be
being
careful!
held.
His face is coming off.
Yeah, you're getting like white residue on your fingers.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh man, we're gonna have to wash him a lot. We have to
Yeah.
wash
And
this
then
whole
the
situation.
whole like blue bush on his head is like like lopsided now. Like,
Molting.
Eat.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Oh,
All right,
hey.
this is fine. Oh, wait, good.
Okay.
All right, we're fine.
Wait, how many did you say? 10?
yeah,
Oh, that's 20
Ten.
legs.
please.
That's
don't
a lot of legs.
kill me.
Yeah.
I grab at that blue, beautiful thing that's on its head
Uh-huh.
and pull,
Oh yeah.
and it comes away.
Yep.
And I stare at him in horror. You're hideous.
Oh!
You didn't look like this at all.
Yeah, and actually his scalp looks like kind of like sunburned, peely, bald.
He looks partially cooked already.
And I just like reach out with my brain and dig into his memories.
Okay,
I'm going to deep brain scan him.
excellent.
Yay!
He's certainly at your mercy.
He's restrained.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Fact.
One-sided intimacy, like
One-sided
they're
intimacy.
restrained to a
It's so-
table or a
such
sparkle.
It's such a what a euphemism. One-sided intimacy.
Right? Yeah. That's creepy.
There's another word for that.
Ooh, that is a 11. That is an 11. I get 3 questions.
Okay.
In what ways are your character's mind and soul vulnerable?
I don't know how to answer that. What? How do you want them to be vulnerable? I don't know what that would mean.
Besides just now scared of fish people?
Yeah.
He was probably already scared of fish people.
Probably.
Just didn't know it.
He heard about seafood, but he thought it was the other way around.
Right, yeah. Wait, I thought we ate the seafood. All right, how about what are your character's secret pains?
Well, we could go with that question. I just want to figure out how to give you an answer that feels useful to you.
I don't care if it's useful. I mean, personally.
Just curious.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the phrasing of it again?
So I can read them more deeply than normal.
No, the first question.
Oh,
yeah.
In what ways are your character's mind and soul vulnerable?
Okay. So the mind and soul of this person is vulnerable because he never really wanted to be a clown and is 100% willing to flip on his crew. Like given the opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. For what does your character crave forgiveness, and of whom?
Craves forgiveness for really like most of the stuff he's done since joining the clown posse.
Okay.
There've been a number of like raids and like farmhouses and non-combatant kind of violent
yeah.
things, and really has an indistinct sense of like what would forgiveness even mean. You know, of like I'm just so far down this path, but you know, this was how we got food and shelter and
Yeah.
whatever else.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to the third one, but it's probably going to be the what was your character's lowest moment, and I kind of feel like maybe we can just answer that at a later time.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
when it's narratively appropriate. Yeah.
Lowest moment's probably right now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a big bug. There's a bug in the studio with us, folks.
This one doesn't want to be what it is. It wants to change.
Like that ghoul that we heard about?
Oh.
I'm not a ghoul.
Well, I said like that ghoul.
Yeah, shut up. We're not talking to you.
You don't belong in this look. It's not where you should be.
I don't belong in
Tell
this.
him, Violet.
I shouldn't be here.
No, you shouldn't.
No, you're
No,
was
there's
your
a much
first
better
mistake.
place for him to be. In stomach.
In my belly. All right.
I mean, what else are we gonna do with him?
Well, there's 10 more.
That's
He doesn't
true.
want to be what he wants, what he is. So we could fix that.
We
Yeah.
could make
Right
him
now.
something else.
Make
Yeah.
him, yeah, we could definitely make him something, but not right now.
No.
I mean, we
First,
got,
we got to take care of these other 10.
I mean,
Yeah.
should we stash him under a rock for later? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your 10 friends' names?
Well,
Madge, Midge,
Marge.
Margaret, Marge.
Bull, Winkle.
Natasha?
This is actually a legit way to name clown posse
Natasha.
members.
Boris.
Boris. Squirrel.
Squirrel, Moose.
Castiel.
I like
Perfect.
how you got there.
Thank
That's
you.
nice.
Thank you.
And
How many more do you need?
Winchester.
They watched the historical documents.
no, Winch and Esther.
Yes. Nice.
Yes.
God, I love you
And,
guys so much.
This guy, he sort of, through his, blubbering, explains that his name used to be Squeaky, but his name is Reginald, and he just wants to be called Reginald again.
Sure, we'll call you Reginald.
But no one
Yeah.
will
Before
call
we
him
yeah.
Reginald.
Yeah, shortly. Yeah, you're Reginald. Awesome, Reginald. So, what's the sort of layout here? Is it like a stairwell down? Is it a ladder?
Yeah, there are ladders on the outside, and then that room that you were in, there's like a steep metal stairway going up. So
If we go up the stairwell, Reginald, we go up the stairwell. Will we come to the same place where the other ones are?
if you go up that stair, they'll see you right away.
Okay, so if we go around the outside, yeah, what's the best way to get to them?
The way I came down because I wanted to go outside because they were being dicks.
All right.
Ooh, that's the squishy part.
What's the best way? If you call them, will they come down the stairs?
I don't think they would come to help me.
Not even one to
Not
help you
even
carry
one?
these tools
Yeah,
up?
tell them the
These
tools.
are heavy.
They
tools
said
are heavy?
They said I had to do it by myself.
They sound like jerks.
Yeah.
Is there even
like
one of
them.
them that likes you?
I mean, I made out with Castiel once.
Maybe he would help you.
Yeah, maybe just see if you can call Castiel down here.
Okay. Yes. It's really not loud enough at all.
A little louder.
Hey, Reginald. Will they come if you cry out in pain?
Cassio! He's like much louder.
Nice.
Take XP for that.
Good line.
That was real good. That shout is much louder, and you hear like a woman's voice call down, like, "What do you want? He's busy. What is the problem down there?" And you can tell like she's kind of like out and like she's not looking right down at you guys.
Right.
So,
Can we see her head?
no, not really. She's like up the thing and then around the side of it a little bit. And she's like probably just like stuck her head out the door. I was like, "What?"
Poke Reginald a little with my staff.
I can't carry all of it by myself. He's like looking at you guys like,
gives him a thumbs
yeah.
up.
You fucking assholes. And he's like, yeah. And then you hear her, she's like, "You little shit." And then like stomping, and her back is to you as she's coming down the ladder
Oh, yeah.
right in front of you.
I am definitely going to wing a knife at her back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was
gonna-
wondering if the stairs are like, is it stairs that
She's on a ladder. It's a metal ladder coming straight down. So she's facing the ladder, and you are kind of. It's the same ladder Reg was coming down. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna post up to like where she can't see me, but where I can like hit her with my staff as soon as she gets within like thwacking distance.
Yeah.
okay,
We'll go with that.
all right. Are you going
That's
to
good.
keep a hand on Reg, or
Yeah, I'm keeping hold of Reg.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean she's totally exposed. So I'm just gonna have you roll you get to roll with cool to attack
Yeah.
someone, but roll with advantage. So roll 3.
Okay. My dice are being jerks, so let's hope that helps. Don't be jerks anymore.
Well,
Oh, that's better. Okay, I'll keep that one. I don't re-roll them. So that is 11 plus 3, 14.
okay. So
Whack
yeah,
the heck out of her.
on a yeah. And she doesn't get to attack back, so it's not exchanging harm. You just like Jim. You're trying to kill her, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
pointy spine and, like, preferably through the, soft part back here up into the
Oh
brains.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. No problem. And then she just goes limp, and you can like let her down with your staff.
Probably
Like,
does a little, like, diddle-diddle-diddle.
Yeah.
It's like,
She does a little like a little wobble dance.
like, guys, look what I
Stop
can do.
playing with your food. Just kidding. Play with it some more. It's super fun.
It's so much for fun.
Wait, food?
Yeah, it's okay, Reg. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You're not gonna eat me, are you?
No.
Kind of poke at his leg again. With the
No.
Is that a lie? Are you
That
lying?
is 100%
Yeah.
a lie.
Can you roll manipulate someone, please?
That is
Plus hot.
plus hot. Oh. That is mighty fail. Because that's a 4 minus 2.
Okay. So, Reg is, as you're like, oh no. He, like somehow catches you off guard, jigs, and like slips your grip.
Yeah.
Right?
geez.
And then bolts off the edge of the platform. And you just hear splash.
Aw,
Don't
sorry.
worry, my family's down there.
That's true. That's right. We still have people in the water. It's fine. He's going to get eaten. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
They'll save us. They'll save
And
us
there's
some
more
leftovers.
of them.
Yeah, no, we got this
And
one.
that one was looking a little burned already.
Yeah.
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 That was.
You have a blue wig in your hand.
It's a lie. The wig is a lie. Everything about them is a lie.
But you could put it on and try to lure them down here.
It's true.
And I will put the wig on, kind of trepidatiously.
You can see in the moonlight a reflection off the window that looks inside the building. You could see a picture of yourself with this blue that sort of complements your dark teal skin and these curly, bushy hair.
I don't think I'm supposed to be this amazing.
Yes, you
And
are.
I offer the wig to Violet.
It is a really pretty color.
It's an adornment. You should have it.
You're so nice. That's why you're my favorite.
Thank you, Violet.
I'll share some of the vodka with you later.
Okay.
That's great.
I'm totally putting on this wig.
Okay.
That's much better. Like that's a lot of attention for me. Like if I looked like that, that's way too much attention. I'm not that important.
It's worth noting, perhaps most of interest to Wander and Sparkle, but when Esther hits the floor, you realize something coiled in the small of her back is like a 6-foot-long bullwhip.
Ooh.
I don't know which of you is more excited about that, but it is like while they're having an exchange, and you're like, get off the. You put your foot on her, like, get that out of there. And then she, like, finally goes, funk, and you're like, oh, what is that? And it's this coiled up on a clip, on the back of her. She's also in a jumpsuit. It's just, like, gray, and it looks like it's from a gas station, Like, who knows what that is. But,
Ugly.
I'm gonna grab that bullwhip.
okay,
Yeah.
Adding it to my little arsenal. That'll be useful.
cool. What's next?
So yeah, I think if you go up the ladder and just sort of like stick your head up, and just say like, "Guys, there's a real problem down here. You guys need to get down here fast." And then they can come down, and then we'll just start killing them.
I like this plan. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's the easiest.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They
I'm
will
gonna
come to us.
climb up, but just enough to like see them and my magnificent new blue wig. There's a problem down here. You should hurry really fast to help with it.
Let's see if you can mimic his voice.
Well, the
Or
other
Esther.
gal, yeah,
Oh, Esther.
yeah.
Or Esther.
Oh yeah, did Esther have a wig?
No.
Rude.
Okay, let's roll plus hot.
I was gonna make it my thing. I was just gonna snatch everybody.
And I actually
You don't deserve to be this
is-
beautiful.
Is this manipulate?
Yeah.
Well, then I actually get to roll weird.
Oh, well,
stuff
by
on
all
you.
means. Make it weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
So
that's
it
a 9
turns
plus
out-
3, so that's a 12.
I don't know if you've ever tried to do this before, but in thinking about this woman who was yelling, you, like, just make yourself sound like her.
I'm part parrotfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mimic her voice exactly, and the voices inside kind of calm down, like there's the various conversations kind of die down, and they're like, wait, what?
There's a problem down here, and need help right now.
What, can't you just handle it?
If I could, I wouldn't be yelling at you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I'm gonna, like, lean back down the ladder at them and, like, thumbs up, like, ready.
Yeah.
Say the words that they used.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Say fucking assholes.
Fucking assholes! And, like, trying not to giggle. They're so stupid.
I've been playing way too much Assassin's Creed lately. I'm starting to use Malacca. Just asshole in that. In ancient Greek, apparently. Malacca. That does get their attention. In fact. And a couple of them come out like, Esther, you're going to get a beating. Like, what the hell is going on out here? And, several of them come out onto the landing and... what do we want to do?
I'm gonna try my smolder again.
Smolder 'em?
Okay, does that work on a group?
Yes, but I think I get with an NPC present.
Okay.
So I think it only works on like one, but
Well, I mean,
it can't hurt.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. I'm always open to 10 plus.
Oh.
10 plus
If I get
results are always special anyway. So
Right.
Yeah. 7, 8.
Okay.
All right, I get to hold 1.
All right. So, one of them kind of locks eyes with you. It's like,
Just look at him and smile real big. Like,
too many teeth. Smile.
too many, too sharp,
Yeah.
too much like a shark.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
And
just
you
like
got those extra rows.
yeah.
What's Sparkle doing?
I'm just gonna start shooting.
Okay.
I've got my assault rifle.
Assault rifle? Okay.
And I'm gonna use battle hardened here, so I'm gonna roll plus hard. And then Insano like Drano, so add 1 to my hard
Yep.
for a plus 3.
Excellent.
Nice.
And just start shooting at people coming down the stairs.
I like it.
Whew, thank God for the modifiers. That's a 5 plus 3, so that's an 8.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So you're going to battle. The actual move is exchanging harm. Well, that's actually what you're doing. Okay, so what's does it say how much damage your rifle does?
Let's see, 3 harm close
Okay.
/ far loud auto fire.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So when you exchange harm, both sides simultaneously inflict harm. And so what's happening is I'm going to have them do a little bit less because they're like, oh, shit, we're being shot at. And they're like pulling guns.
Right.
You were ready to go,
Oh, yeah.
right? So, yeah, you did 3 harm. I'm going to just treat this like a group. I'm tracking it. But you are also looking at 2 harm.
2 harm?
How
Alright.
much armor do you have?
Plus 2 armor.
Oh, okay. So this one you get to ignore.
Got it.
So that 2 harm was because they weren't ready. So just everyone be aware that these guys can dish out a fair amount of harm.
Got it.
So, but they have taken 3 as a group, and you didn't take any harm, so we don't have to do that move. Who would like to do another? Well, you kind of did a thing.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I'm going to do what I do best, which is just keep an eye out for everything. So I scramble up to. I find a place that's a little bit higher and scramble up to it, and just start analyzing where everybody's moving and what they're doing.
Okay. Kind of keeping yourself out of the line of sight.
Not necessarily out of sight.
Okay.
But trying to get a vantage point where I can just see more.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not like I can fight.
Yeah.
But I do better when I just kind of like stay back and help them figure out who to kill
Sure.
and slaughter. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for what's coming. Oh, that's not good. 'Cause
Uh-oh.
we get XP on
Yeah.
misses? Oh, good. That's good to know.
Please ask one of the
so
Rita
that's-
Sitch questions.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's a 5 total. Rita Sitch. Okay. Which enemy is the biggest threat?
You can see as you're clambering up there, you can see one. There is a real big clown in there, like 2 people worth of clown, right? Like
okay.
7 feet tall.
Oh.
That's a big clown.
Like
Jugger clown.
yeah, it's a jugger clown. The clownonaut.
A juggerlo?
Yeah,
I was looking for something more and
Yeah.
nailed
Wow.
it.
That's the
nice.
XP. That's it. Okay, so
Please tell me that was Natasha.
no, that's Moose.
That's mixed up.
Yeah.
Went for the direct
Yeah.
joke instead of the
Yeah. And he seems less interested in what's going on. Like there's all the shooting and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's like still doing something with this control panel. And on his back is a sledgehammer that looks like it has some like equipment attached to it. Like you know what a sledgehammer is, but there's all this other like wiring and cables and something else on it. We're not really sure what that's about. So you can see him, like, oh, that is very dangerous. but then you hear somebody on the platform yell, "Sniper! No, you don't!" And you bang, bang, bang. Somebody's shooting at you.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to take 3 harm minus your armor.
Okay.
How much armor do you have?
I have 1.
Okay,
1
so you
armor.
take 2. I'm going to have you do the harm move.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Roll plus harm suffered, so
Yeah.
2. That's an 8.
Okay, so on a 7 and 9, the MC can choose one. Oh yeah, you lose your footing.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You hit the water. You actually find yourself right next to Reg, who was like trying to swim around to
Yeah.
another part of it. Apparently, the family members haven't found him yet. But he's also like really struggling. He's in this waterlogged coverall and these big shoes that are not flippers, right? And you just boosh right into the water next to him as he's like, ah! and like trying to swim around to where the boats are.
Nice.
Where the boats were.
Were.
No boats.
Okay.
No boat.
Okay.
Okay. So that's everybody's kind of had a thing. I'm going to go ahead and do a follow-up, like a group move, right? And they are taking up defensive positions around the top there, and you see one of them. I think at least some of you have seen a grenade before. Probably. Wouldn't have much use for them because they'll get wet. But
But on like the guard patrol, I probably would have seen
Yeah.
if we
Yeah.
had raiders
And
come.
scavenging. I've
yeah,
seen
yeah,
them.
you
I know what
definitely.
that is.
Yeah.
So you see somebody like grab one out of a bag, pull the pin, and it's the kind where you have to like let it go, and then it's armed, right? So
Right.
it's not armed yet, and the person next to them is like, "Are you kidding? Do you know where we are right now?" Okay? And so there's this moment, like you're getting shot at, but there's this moment where you see like, "Oh shit, what do I do with this?" Like I've made a mistake. And so understand there is this additional threat. If this person drops the grenade, you're done,
Okay.
right? There's no like, this is a binary situation.
We are
Right.
on top of an explosive platform.
Yes, yeah,
Got it.
it's bad news bears.
Duly
So,
noted.
So that's a situation that's clear to all of you. So who would like to do a thing next?
Is anybody still on the ladder?
Bounce off where they can.
Okay, can't do that thing then. But we're still by that hatch where the water was and everything.
So there's
Right.
you're kind of outside on the platform. There, the hatch came up inside a room, and with all the like pipes and equipment. It's not open your brain. I'm just doing a custom weird move.
Ugh.
That I'm going to mark experience. That is a 5. Wow.
Excellent. Okay. So your voice catches in your throat, and you are. I think you're like you
I don't
tried
like
to do
these
this
dice.
high pitched noise, but you're pretty drunk, and like the high pitched noise started to bother you. You're like, oh no, who's making that noise? It's me.
Oh no, I'm starting to sober up.
Yeah, that's what's happening. You are awake while becoming hungover. I don't know if you know what that feels like, being hungover, but
No. I have never been hungover in my life
Yeah.
ever.
but you're awake to experience the transitioning period,
That's the word.
which is really not great.
I don't know what that's like at
Yeah,
all.
you're starting to get this like gritty feeling in your gills, like behind your eyeballs. And that loud, high-pitched noise you cannot make right now.
It's getting too real, man.
I'm also gonna do a further hard move. Is a few people are chasing. You're like diving for cover. Is that what you said? You're like,
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
I think move for cover and like try and
yeah. So some of the
Get my ammo
gunfire
shot.
chases you, and that's 3 harm.
yikes.
So do you have armor?
no.
Okay, so that's 3 harm
Oh no.
to your butt mates.
Squishy.
No.
But me.
And I need you to roll +3. The harm move is roll plus the amount of harm suffered.
Okay, can I have dice that aren't those? Because
Well, you want to roll low.
Oh yeah, you do want to roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, they're cursed. They're going to
They
roll
might
high.
betray you.
No,
I know,
just roll
that's how-
snake eyes again. Boxcars.
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
I told you, give me other dice, but no.
Well-
Now I get a 13, which is usually a lucky number, but fuck you, dice.
Yeah, folks just listening. The roll that got her into this trouble was snake eyes, and now we have a pair of 5s. I think we should get like a demigod's XP just for that amount of bad luck.
Yeah.
You get a thread.
Yeah, you gain a thread for double doubles.
Wow.
That
I'm
sucks.
I'm almost leveled up.
Good. You might need it.
I think I'm probably going to need it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a 10 plus, the MC can choose one. So just so you know, like the options on this list include things like you're out of the action, it's worse than it seemed, take an additional harm, or choose 2 from the 7 to 9 list. I really like the 7 to 9 list, so I'm going to do some of that. You lose your grip on whatever you're holding, and the vodka bottle smashes to the floor. There are giant shards of glass all around your feet. And it smells real bad. This amount of it, and the sense of loss is deep.
Man.
And
Can fish cry?
and you misnoticed something important.
Oh no.
And I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Because I'm misnoticing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess that tracks.
yeah. Sorry. I know what it is. It'll come up in a minute. But
Cool.
yeah.
Oh god.
Okay.
So, the scene as we have it is you heard Violet. I mean, you saw Violet kind of duck for cover, like, "Ooh, I want to get out of this." Apparently, went the wrong way for cover because, like, gunfire. You know, you see
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, what color is fish people blood? Is it just red blood?"
Oh, I think maybe blue-ish.
That's more
Yeah.
fun, right?
Yeah.
Blue's
More-
fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
our blood has turned blue. You see the blue like spatter of blah 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 blah, blah of gunshot wounds. My shirt ate the microphone. Yeah. Sorry. And then you see her like try to screech and like like choke on it and hold her head like, oh. Is that accurate? I don't want to
Yeah,
narrate
yeah.
too much for you.
Yeah, I think she's pretty close to chumming the water.
Yeah. She's looking greener than usual.
Cool.
Bad news. Who would like to do a thing?
I want
actually
to
do it.
bull forward and try to knock the guy with the grenade off the platform.
Yeah, okay.
Because that seems to be imminent
Okay.
sort of harm.
So this is going to be a risky move because
Okay.
you got to like get up there, kind of get in the middle of all of them.
Yeah.
But I get why you want to do that.
Yeah.
And you're big.
Big dude.
Yeah. So let's roll hard.
So gonna roll hard. And again, +1, so my hard is +3.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
Not
Yay.
+3, it's a 12.
Okay,
yes.
that is good news.
That is good news for everybody.
Yeah.
We didn't all immediately die. Yay!
Yeah. So the only harm that would be exchanged is 2, and that's absorbed by you have
Right,
2 armor,
2
right?
armor,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that. And when you bull rush this guy, he doesn't drop it on the platform. He like goes over backwards, tosses it behind him into the water, and it even like explodes in the arc before it like hits the water and like depth charges
Nice.
your friends
Oh, nice.
down
Yeah,
there.
that's right. We have
Yay.
fish friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So best possible result there.
Great. Does he go off?
I think he's not. He wasn't right by the edge, right?
dang it.
You knock him down. He's like stunned.
Yep.
And I think
Exactly,
everyone
yeah.
around you is like, "What the fuck is it? What is this person?" Right? Like they could see you up close in the light,
That's right.
and you're like in this weird fucking helmet and your suit, and yeah, this like
An assault rifle.
yeah, it's terrifying,
Yeah.
right? So I think that's where the no harm came from. So they're like, what?
That
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, and they're like, Moose, what? Okay,
I'm going to take advantage of their distraction to shoot them with my spear gun.
Okay.
Yay!
I like that. Let's shoot somebody.
So I'm going to roll cool. 'Cause when
Oh,
I go,
I think Squirrel got knocked down with the grenade.
take that, squirrel.
He had the nut. Ooh.
Yay!
Okay, that's a lot.
14.
Okay. So yeah, you fire this thing. It goes right through Boris's thigh meats and pins to the steel wall. You know, it's like a lot of pressure,
Perfect.
and you're really close. This is meant to shoot through water. You know, so without it's ping, and it makes that really loud, metal
Yeah.
ring. And this guy is like, you hit the inside of his thigh, and he's now pinned to the wall of this. Like, like drops his gun and is trying to like pull this thing out. How much damage did that do?
It does, let's see, 2 harm. Just 2?
And what do you want to do in the exchanging harm? You can let's see. You can add to the. So the go aggro on someone has some interesting options as well.
Okay.
If there's something on there that you want to add to doing harm, that's fine. Or we could just do an extra harm with a
Am I
10 plus.
being an idiot? Where am
It's
I looking?
it's here.
Oh, thank you.
I've modded. If you're just listening along, I've modded the way Apocalypse World Combat works a little bit because I don't love what Second Edition did.
Yeah.
So I'm freestyling a little. If you want to do it by the book, you should look it up because it's different from what I'm doing.
I guess cave and do what I want is
Okay.
good. I want him to stay stuck to that wall
Yeah, okay.
and kick his gun away from him towards me.
Yeah. Okay. So he's flailing, drops his gun. It goes down onto the platform you're on.
Yeah.
And he's just desperately trying to pull at this thing. But you can smell. I bet you all can smell the difference between like a bloody wound and arterial blood.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
this
we can.
has that like rich oxygen scent to it. This guy is
Let's-
not long.
Shish
Let's
kebab.
get blood
Yeah.
crazed.
Yeah, right through that femoral artery.
Nice.
So, Adam?
I just want to quickly use our sonic communication to call our family and tell them come to us. Violet calls you to battle.
Yeah, the ones down below you in the water would hear you, but if you're not in the water, it's not going to travel much further than that.
Yeah, I'm in the water.
Oh, that's right, you
Yeah.
got knocked off the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll
So-
hear this all the way back in town, probably.
So, and I'm saying this like as I'm staring into Reginald's face. I'm like, screaming,
Yeah, like
screaming
high
in
pitch,
Sonic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ultrasonic.
Original. Very bad day.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then right before I leave, I say, "Thank you. This is where you're supposed to urinate." And then I shoot back up to to get back up to
Okay.
my friends
Perfect.
hiding.
I love it.
So my action is mainly to just get back to them.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
do
we
some
have
stuff.
several family members swarming up the
Yeah.
pylons to come up and help out. Is that a vomit for Violet? This high pitch noise that went
yeah,
out?
I'm gonna.
It's like pull the pin on that one?
Yeah, just I'm gonna go ahead and shun the platform where
Yeah.
I'm at.
Yeah, I figure. I mean, that just seems like a lot at this point. It's like, ugh.
Well, I mean, I was pretty hungry though, so I didn't have that much in there.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
probably I'm gonna have some fun with like dry heaves afterwards.
yeah, you were like 50% vodka.
Yeah.
Mostly vodka flavored fish bile.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or
Yeah.
You just did drink about 12 hours of pure vodka for the first time ever. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad.
yeah,
Gross.
yeah.
Reginald's not the only one having a bad day.
No.
I think everyone's had a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the group situation move. There's now all this gunfire and shit going on. Moose comes out to the door on the second platform, like, kicks it open. Actually, like, the guy who's pinned to the wall, he, like, shoves that guy, and he just goes, shook, like, off the end of the harpoon and, like, dumps down on, like, down by where you two are.
God.
Or where you are. You went up.
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
I'm
you had to-
like, I went in
you
the
knocked
midst of them,
Squirrel
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Reginald did say they were assholes.
Yeah. And that's, I said Boris got
Yep. Boris got pinned.
arrowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moose comes out and he's like, "What the?" and sees you, right? And just picks up this sledgehammer and is coming around. All of you can see this. And as it swings, he clicks a button and like a whoosh, like a engine fires up and is swinging at you. So I'd like you to take the first move because your roll is going to depend on what happens.
Right.
And I'm going to say if you get hit, it's not good.
Yeah, no, this does not look
Dodge.
good. Just to be clear, I also have, not to be fucked with, so in battle, I count as a small gang.
Yes.
With harm and armor according.
Yes.
So I've got my armor. I am gonna try to shoot Moose in the face
Okay.
with my shotgun
Okay.
as he's swinging around.
Okay. So, just so you know, on a 10 plus, that's going to be great for you. On a 7 and 9, you're both going to take a bunch of harm.
Got it.
Right? And on a miss, a 6 minus, this is going very poorly.
Got it.
Okay? Great.
I am aware of what I'm
Good.
asking myself to do here.
And just so you know, the option of what's the other? If you wanted to do roll cool to just GTFO, like get out
That's
of the way,
true.
that's an option too. I just want you to have all the things on the plate, but I think it's fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking go aggro
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this
Okay,
guy.
good. Go hard.
Or is this so hard?
Yeah.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
11 plus 3 is a 14.
Yes, that's real good.
You should
So-
roll his dice.
Apparently.
So yeah, this thing is coming around. The only harm, it's only got 2 harm left for what you're doing, right?
Right.
But it's this jet-powered hammer,
Right.
Swinging around, and you just kind of like step into it, and you get hit by the handle of it,
Yeah.
right? And so that hurts a little bit, but your armor absorbs that, and then you just put your shotgun up against his chin. Kaboom! Right? Yeah, that moose just
chunks
goes
everywhere.
over like
Moose chunks.
and the hammer goes like spins into the room that he was working, like smashes through the window,
Yeah.
and is bang, 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 like doing something in
Yeah,
there.
that's not
So
that's not good. That's gonna be a problem in a minute.
It's awesome.
might be depends on what you want to do about it.
Does
Yep.
that guy look like he's down for the count?
Moose?
Yes.
He's missing a head.
He's missing the head.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's-
Okay,
Kaboom.
that's fine.
Still there. It's just in a fine mist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the next most threatening looking?
Oh,
Clown.
Natasha.
Okay.
With her, like, she's the one who's been like these. She has cover and she's going, "Brap, brap," and when somebody takes damage, like she shot her.
Yeah.
She shot like she's the one who's like in control and is. You can tell like she's using the other clowns as cover. Of like, cool, you're gonna go flush that out and brap. Like
Yeah.
Natasha is just this like precise
Okay.
danger machine.
Where is she in relation to me?
So she's up on the platform
Okay.
and has cover behind a like just a piece of sheet metal that's against the railing, right?
Sheet metal. Can my spears go through that?
Yeah, I mean it pinned what's his face there.
Yeah.
So
Shoot her through the sheet metal.
okay,
Chong.
I like that plan.
And roll some cool. That is going to be a 9.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So mixed result means she kind of spies you as also being very dangerous.
That's fair.
So your spear punches through. How much damage is that supposed to do?
It does 2.
Okay, so I'm actually going to have it do 0 and let the sheet metal act like armor. But it is, like, it pierces through her calf,
Okay.
Right? It's just she's kind of a badass. So
Fair.
she's pinned there and like, oh shit, and just shoots back at you.
Okay.
Right, so that's 2 harm, but I think you have
I have
2
2
armor.
armor, yeah.
So that's, you're both like dealing with each other. You probably
Yeah.
get winged, right? And that's how she's
Yeah.
like, her calf is there.
She's stuck though.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
She can, like, you can tell she's getting ready to just like yank her leg off of this thing, and
Okay.
it's gonna suck, but she'd rather be mobile.
Fair.
So, yeah. You got something?
Are any of the bodies near where I'm at?
Yeah. So people like tumbled down onto this platform.
Because I'm gonna go for the fucked up play here because my stomach is empty now. My head hurts. I couldn't call for my family,
Yeah.
and
Didn't get any tacos.
Reginald seemed to be really upset about the idea of being eaten.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go for a good old bite of one of these bodies here and stare, like death stare, around the room as I actively like eat a leg.
I would like you to roll weird.
Somebody give me not those dice.
So you want big numbers.
So that's a
Okay.
7 plus another 3, so that's 10.
Yay!
Okay, so there is definitely a pause, and you're aided by the fact that like Moose just got his head blown off,
Yeah.
right? That was a big deal of something that just happened, right?
Well done.
But what is it? What are they seeing you do exactly?
So grab one by just above their squeaky shoe by the ankle, and I'm gonna just push up the pants leg.
yeah, and just
And
calf.
take a huge bite out of the calf
Yeah.
where it's like blood dripping down my face, and I'm just staring at them as I chew.
Yeah. Okay.
And then just kind of keep ripping on
Yeah.
top of it, like not even looking at it, just looking around the room.
yeah.
Family members start swarming up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There's a bunch more fish people swarming into the room.
Yeah.
Did Esther got killed, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Esther
yeah.
got
Yeah.
killed. And Castiel. Oh, he's the one who he never actually came
never
down.
actually came
yeah.
down.
No.
Okay, so he's one of the people shooting.
Yeah.
Boris is done.
Boris is dead.
Moose is done. Squirrel's in the water. So he's done.
No, Squirrel didn't make it to the water. I didn't put Squirrel in the water.
Oh, that's right.
Squirrel
that's
had
right.
the
Squirrel had the grenades.
Yeah, so
Squirrel's
he's
still up
on
there.
the yeah. Okay, so
Squirrel's covered in bits of moose.
so we have Rocky, Bull, Winkle, Natasha, who is the like
Yeah.
Yeah.
real Marx person. Castiel and Winch are still up.
Okay.
And the Bull and Castiel are just like, what the fuck? Like backing up, like going up, they're like climbing up onto the top platform. Like, where are you gonna go?
Yeah, they turn around to see me covered in moose's blood.
Right. Well, they're going up to the, like the helicopter
right.
landing pad,
Right.
right? And there's no that thing covers the whole. So like there's the bottom floor that you get started on, which is all of this. The second floor has some cutouts and doesn't cover the whole section.
Yeah.
But the helipad up above is a big flat platform that you can't see on top of from
Got
here.
it.
So they're like climbing up, going out and over, and like trying to get up there. And like I don't know what their plan
Yeah.
is once they're up there, but they're 30
Alright.
feet in the air above the water. So good job, buddy.
Slightly further away from
Yeah.
the fish people.
So Bull and Castiel have gone up, and and no one's shooting at you right now. And actually, roll. Well, no, you just did a real good weird. Let's recover 1 harm.
Yay!
Oh,
As
delicious.
you chow down on some life-giving clown meat.
Didn't taste as funny as I thought it would.
So, I'm gonna play with our food, and I come up over the side with all our family, like coming up and taking defensive positions. And as Violet kneels there eating, I am going to lay my hands on her and heal the bullet wounds. Hopefully with the bullets like popping out like Wolverine style. And I'm going to start chanting Violet has judged you. This is your end.
I like it.
Yeah. This is not my best stat. It's actually my worst stat. But I'm rolling cool anyway.
Well, you have to do the healing move, right?
Oh yes, yeah. And I did want to, yeah. So I definitely want to heal.
Well, let's roll that.
Okay. All right. Okay, so
Let's get some ideas.
That is weird. Okay. Oh
Gee,
no!
those dice are garbage.
How do I re-roll? How can I re-roll?
How
Can I
much-
spin a thread
how
to
much harm do you have
re-roll?
left?
2.
You have 2 harm left?
You failed though, so you get to level up.
I do. Yep. Hooray! Okay, so on a miss, first I don't heal them.
Nope.
Second, I've opened both my brain and theirs to this
Oh,
world
good.
psychic maelstrom without protection or preparation.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
We're modifying a little bit.
Okay.
Your wounds heal.
Oh.
Identical wounds open up on your body.
Wow.
Ferris is actually cool with it. This is fine.
And now, Ferris, please roll open your brain.
Okay.
You don't have to because you're fortified by human flesh.
Yeah.
Ferris, you need a snack.
Delicious.
Okay. All right. Oh, now I'm fine. That's an 11. So.
Okay.
Oh, the sweet pain gives me visions.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how that works.
Thus a masochist was born.
Right. Oh yeah.
It doesn't come from nowhere.
So if I get martyred to your cause.
So the visions are that you have this like this long montage that doesn't fit. It's like dream time, right? Of like getting ready to come out here, getting to the boats, coming out here. And it's this collective knowledge of all these people who understand something about mechanics and pumps and fixing things. And like Moose was explaining a bunch of stuff. And you have a very clear understanding of how to operate an oil rig. Because you don't, like, Moose didn't understand, Castiel didn't understand, Esther didn't understand, but together, like, their combined knowledge, they would have eventually gotten this working, but you have their combined knowledge. You are the pump whisperer.
Violet is
Who isn't gone yet?
I'm shooting stuff.
Okay.
That was the end of the.
Oh, is that it?
Oh,
End
Yeah,
of the
that's
day?
the
we all
part.
did.
Okay.
We all did. That was the rest of it.
Okay.
Oops.
Cool. The family members come swarming up. Winch is dragged down. Winkle is dragged down into the. I mean, not dragged. Like they come up and just like grab and throw them down to the water. Right? And they're like the family member is still here.
Yeah.
And they just are throwing clowns into the water. So that's where we are.
They all float down here.
But not for long. Oh yeah, actually, let's do that. Each one, like one of them grabs Winkle, throws them in the water, and then just leaps down onto them in the water. Right?
Oh yeah,
And
it's
there's-
easier to kill in the
yeah,
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
So those two are out of the fight. Rocky and Natasha kind of realize they're the only two.
Gesundheit.
Had to find my mute button real fast. It moved. Okay, sorry. The two of them realize that they're kind of the last two here, and Natasha like holds her rifle up, like, all right, we get it. The rig is yours. Just let us go.
Go.
Uh-huh.
into the water.
Yeah.
I'm just slowly walking toward her, smiling.
Yeah. We're just advancing. We are continuing to advance. Yeah.
If I get within
so
spear distance of her, I'm spearing her.
I'm definitely pulling out many knives.
That's all I needed to know. Fish people do not allow surrender.
Nope.
That's
What's
Your appearance is a lie. You deceive us with your beauty, which isn't real. Violet's beauty is real, and we claim this rig in the name of Violet.
I fluffed my wig.
excellent.
You do not deserve beauty nor life.
Yep. She's done.
Whee!
It's like when you have the little cocktail forks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just short work to deal with Bull and Castiel upstairs. Like, they're yeah. So, we have taken care of the clowns. They're all very well taken care of. I have one question about Reggie. Is what is the situation with Reg?
How fast can he swim?
Well, he's
not
like
fast enough?
hanging around the pylons of the thing.
Oh.
There's no way he could outswim you.
I mean, no.
This one is sorry for what he did. I think we should allow him to die with dignity.
No. I think we should make him swim home, go back to his clowns, and tell them, don't come anywhere near us again.
That's a good idea. There's a lot of really weird stories coming from out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him, don't. This territory, the water's off limits to them and all their kind.
He
Yeah.
can tell the stories.
Yeah.
He can tell the stories of how we destroyed them.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back.
Yeah, you're going back.
Well,
you're
if
going
you
back.
stay with us, you're going to be dinner.
I can't swim from here.
That's not our problem.
Nope.
You can learn real quick.
Well,
I mean, we are giving you options.
I mean, if you'd like, we could just eat you now.
all right. So he like wriggles out of the. He's like in his skivvies, so he gets out of the coveralls because he's not going to swim very far in that, and just starts like doggy paddling towards shore. Yeah.
Is there a life preserver on the thing?
Yeah.
We're just going to chuck it at him.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh, it's a ring toss game. We should have thought of that earlier.
Yeah.
Pig in a blanket.
Yeah. Good luck.
All right.
Any
so,
sharks? If you see any sharks, just tell them we said hi.
all right. So
Good luck.
Reggie's
I'm
headed for
30%
the
shark.
shore.
Before we let him go, though, walked him through, and we made sure he saw every single person and how we destroyed
Yes.
them,
Yep.
so that he can tell them all about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holds up spear full of Natasha.
Yeah.
Send out the clowns.
Violet, I know how to use the oil. What did we call it? The oil. I know how to use the oil sucker.
Really?
So about that, this hammer went sailing around inside the control room.
Oh,
Would you like to try and repair it? Because there's a lot of like sparks and weird noises happening inside here.
yes, I do. In the name of Violet, I will conquer this beast.
Gonna do it with those stats up.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Aha! Wow!
Whoa.
It's about having
look at
faith.
that.
10 plus. Wait, what am I rolling?
Weird.
Weird. Oh yeah, that's an 11. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Thank you, Violet. I might be a believer now.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
All right.
Got my improvement.
Yeah. You flip open panels, disconnect things that need to be disconnected, fix, reconnect. Like, yeah, you're just like a blur practically of resetting things and take a moment. Like, yeah, okay, this is the thing to do. And before long, you've repaired the control panel. There's still like broken gauges, and a lot of it is not in great shape. But you have a pretty good understanding, and by the time you're done, you hear the like of this like. It's all like fusion powered, right? So it's not like a big diesel engine or something. But you can hear the pumps turning over, and they prime, and they're ready to like discharge oil when you want it to.
Good.
We'll be able to replace that vodka
Yeah.
Yes.
and get more of these. They're pretty fun. Kind of warm too. It's sort of nice when you're not in the
Looks
water.
Beautiful. Like a bed of kelp and coral at the same time.
I wonder if they make them in other colors.
We could make these.
I think we're going to have to. Oh, when they come back, we can establish a trade route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Several of your family members are like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Bring us wigs in exchange for oil.
It's a totally fair exchange.
Wigs and vodka.
Yes. We would like wigs and vodka, please.
1 barrel of oil for 1 wig. Like, okay. Great.
We already have one in blue.
The fools.
A most precious commodity, wigs.
I just imagine Violet has this beautiful wig collection.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Wouldn't you think my collection
This is
is
complete.
It's a horrible fish monster singing about a wig collection.
I like it.
I love it.
Sorry, I think you mean beautiful fish monster.
That's what I said. So it also occurs to you the boats that you cut loose, they all had these like big tubes on the side, and you think like, oh, I bet we could pump a bunch of oil into these.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
cool. So
Bring
you have
the
like
boats back.
mini like oil tankers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we're gonna need to get all these clown bodies back somehow.
That's
They're not all
true.
gonna fit on a jet ski.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty full. I mean, this clown's more filling than you think.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
There are like a couple sharks kind of sniffing around. That's not a threat for you guys. It's like,
They're cousins.
are you going to let them eat or tell them to fuck off? Or
Well,
Yeah.
we'll share in the bounty.
yeah, okay.
I mean, a little
Moose
bit.
is really big. We can share a little.
Right.
Moose.
I mean, they can just
That's
have
true.
moose, probably.
That's
Yeah,
a lot.
we'll just give 'em
He's a
moose.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And it's
We'll
only
keep the
like
other
a
one.
couple.
Yeah.
You know
So-
what? I want Moose's spine though,
Oh, okay.
because
That's a lot of spine. Too bad you
Yeah.
couldn't get the skull.
it's a good.
This guy ruined it.
That's
Yeah.
all right. But that's a
Sorry.
good spine, and also I saw that whip that Esther had. I want to make a spine whip.
Well, he took the
I
whip.
got the whip,
Yeah.
and she was gonna make a
No,
whip out
but I
of
want get
Moose's
some rope
spine.
Yeah.
and the spine.
Whip it good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it has like a spine flail at the end.
The
That's
coccyx.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You throw me the spine, I throw you the whip.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of which, is Moose's hammer damaged?
That is recoverable, yeah.
Oh,
it was, it was
I'm-
much harder than
yeah.
the panels it ran into.
I am taking that hammer.
Okay.
A jet-powered hammer? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see now like it's going to need like a fuel
Yeah,
thing, but
that's-
like
yeah.
oh, it's sort of liquid fuel. That's fine though cuz it's like watertight. So you
Yeah.
should be able to use it underwater too.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
That'll be good. That's good for scavenging.
All right.
How much damage do you think a clown spine whip does?
Probably to harm, close, messy.
Yeah. Close and messy.
Hand messy.
Hand.
Like hand weapon distance is what
Okay.
it's like. Not,
Yes.
like close range is like a pistol or something.
Okay.
So
I'm
Duly
gonna
noted.
use some of my my angel kit stock and heal some wounds.
yeah.
Cause I'm hurt actually.
You're
I'm gonna use that stim pack actually for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're at the point
Yeah.
where we can epilogue a little bit as we, because it's 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah.
did a good job.
We did it.
Yay.
So I know that not the community, I guess. I don't know what to call it. They're figuring out how to like use oil as a commodity,
Yep.
and this is a thing that they're going to make use of because lot like everyone can make use of this, you know. You're also aware of like, oh yeah, we've seen that tanker beached up the coast a little bit.
Okay.
We could probably like fix that and drag it into, you know, like get that
Yep.
working. You know, like that's a project that you could probably accomplish eventually. A little mini tanker, just to make this a little more efficient. And you realize like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of these rigs. Mostly they were just an eyesore and, you know,
Yeah.
messy. But occurs to you like, hey, I bet we could get something going with this. And the one little epilogue I want to do is when you all get back, you find Reggie washed up on the beach
Oh.
and breathing, and as he wheezes, little slits in the side of his throat open up.
What? Nice.
Amazing.
One of us. One
One
of
of
us. One of
Back turning ghouls into humans.
Yes.
us. We made a clown into a fish monster.
Yeah.
So what's Violet's next couple weeks look like?
Oh, getting all of the booze and wigs that oil can buy.
Does Violet have a drinking problem? What you're saying?
I wouldn't call it a problem.
I would call it a problem, Bob.
The nice thing is if you keep drinking, then the bad part of the drinking doesn't happen as much.
Don't drink anymore, but I don't drink any less either.
Very
All right,
nice.
good.
Oh,
Nice.
so good.
What is Ferris's immediate future like?
Reginald has become much more attractive. Now that he has skills.
Oh yeah, his like skin gets better as it scales up a little bit over the next few
Yeah.
couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I start like painting some colors onto him
Yeah,
so
oh.
that he's not hideous and
Yeah. He's like this like. Have you seen an albino python? The like
Uh-huh,
orangey
yeah.
white
Ooh,
color.
yeah.
That's the color of his scales.
yeah. Okay. But yeah, I take it on myself to start teaching him how to be in our community. And explaining to him why Violet is the most important person who has yet to live.
Yeah.
Probably ever.
I think he probably sees her as the savior of like why he's
Yeah.
you know transformed.
Well, and I make it clear to him that that's the case.
Yeah.
Like it is.
Oh,
It is the glory of Violet that has spared you.
Yeah.
way ahead of you.
Crossover episode. Hocus fight.
Yeah. Dueling clown cult.
Yeah, if you think
Yes.
that's not going to happen, you're mistaken.
Oh yeah.
I'm fish taken.
Fish steak.
I am a gay fish.
So,
Yes. But yeah, Reginald becomes my new pet project, and I indoctrinate him into our family.
did get a clownfish.
You did get a clown.
Yeah.
XP for me.
It's so good.
I rename him Nemo.
Perfect.
Canon. Nemo.
Because we found him.
Yep. He's home now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. What's Sparkle's next couple weeks like?
Sparkle really enjoyed taking on these clowns, and remembers that there's a whole bunch more of them out there somewhere.
That's the story.
That's the story, and I feel like Sparkle's going to strap that hammer to his back and start heading out that way. Because there's
On a walkabout.
on a walkabout to look for some more clowns, and
Okay.
here, check out this overlook thing
Okay.
that he heard about.
Well, as far as so, the fish folk know that the underground tunnels, we would call them sewers. Fish
Yeah.
folk don't call them that.
yeah,
You can go a long ways inland.
Yeah.
Like you can get most of the way to the boneyard.
Yeah.
In there, in these underground tunnels, because they're wet and you don't want to be in the sun a bunch. You know.
Yeah.
So you can get a long ways inland there, and then come up and like go and try to get down
Yeah.
into another one.
Yeah, I want to go find some more clowns because fuck those clowns.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
into our territory, so I'm gonna go fucking.
I like it. Sparkles on walkabout.
That's right.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Just see that little anglerfish doodle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with
Coming
your
from
big,
the
your
sewers.
fishbowl helmet
Fishbowl
and
helmet.
your like armored like dive suit.
Armored
Yeah.
dive suit
Terrifying.
with a rocket-powered sledgehammer strapped to my back now.
I give you a big old pack of like snacks
Oh, yeah,
and
fermented-
and
yeah.
and also like balms and salves and
Yeah,
healing potions.
Yeah.
prepared for the inevitable.
I
You know what,
Hufflepuff
too? I
you
bet
out.
like feral ghouls don't really like twig to you.
No.
They're just like, something's moving, like
Oh.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because they don't attack robots either.
Yeah, no. Like as far as they're concerned, I'm a robot. I'm all
Yeah.
covered in like
Yeah.
metal and
And you
leather.
smell like fish.
Yeah.
Like you don't smell like human.
No.
So, yeah,
Legend of Sparkle.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Oh,
That-
somebody has to write the ballad.
The light,
Right?
the light twinkling off of the dome helmet. you know?
Yes.
With the little angler sometimes in the dark. lighting
Yeah,
up.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the sparkle. I love it.
It's so good.
And what's Wander's Fortnite?
I think first we gotta have like a big Ewok Return of the Jedi style barbecue when we get back with all
Yeah.
those clowns.
Yeah.
Dance party and barbecue.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yub
So do
nubbin
we-
under the sea.
Do we sometimes cook food as well? Like sometimes we cook
Yeah.
it, sometimes we eat it raw.
Yeah.
It just depends on the. It's like sushi
Yeah.
or teriyaki or
Peony.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think in the
yeah.
summer we like cooked food a lot because we go up onto the beach more, but
Yeah.
in winter we stay underwater where it's warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once that's done, she's probably using the rest of the spines to make extra weapons for the security crew because those are real effective,
Yeah,
you guys.
something for everybody.
Yeah. And then leading the security detail to like go get the tanker and stuff because obviously you want like a 6-foot tall muscular fish woman on a jet ski just
Yeah, you
like
do.
leading the charge to go
Yeah.
spear in hand
Yeah.
I like
to
it.
go get your new treasures.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I think part of your expertise is going to also extend to like getting this tanker online.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
It's not going to be done in 2 weeks, but like that's
No,
something that you can definitely do.
yeah.
The biggest trick is actually going to be like getting it off of the sandbar. Like that's hard.
Yeah.
Like, like
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of fish power.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big boat.
A lot of fish hours.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's our story. That was fucking wild.
That was so good.
Oh boy.
I should say definitely check out happyjacks.org/schedule if you want to know what other kind of nonsense is happening. The regular episode of Fallout will be back in 2 weeks when
2 weeks.
Sam and Jay and those other weirdos who are on our show. Not these two.
Different weirdos.
Yeah.
We're different weirdos on a different show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kimmy
Shows.
and Tappy will be back. And we also, through the end of the year, we're still doing our fundraiser for Rainbow Railroad. If you don't know what that is, happyjacks.org/rainbow has all the info on that. But we're raising money to help LGBTQIA plus folks who are in countries where they're being arrested and worse. And this group helps them get out of those places and get somewhere safe. So it's a really great cause. And just for funsies, the 4 people who donate the most money by the end of the year get to play in an online game with Happy Jacks GM Jason. I don't know if you've heard of him, but
That guy's weird.
That
Yeah.
guy's real weird.
Yeah.
His games get real weird.
Yeah.
There's some fish
It makes you
people.
play fish people that eat humans.
Wait, makes you?
Fight
Yeah.
I volunteer.
yeah, I should say, folks, like
I mean,
I
minus
came
the
in.
eating people part, this is the second game I've done this in, you guys.
I came to the game tonight. I was like, I had not told the people ahead of time, like, hey, we're gonna be fish monsters tonight. And everyone was like, I think Adam was like, wait, what? No.
Yeah, Sam and Mac were both like, okay,
Yeah, fish
awesome.
monster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Adam thought I was kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a long time.
For a long time, yeah. Like we moved on to a different discussion, and then like he kept talking about fish people. Like, wait, so seriously, we're gonna play fish people?
To be fair, you mentioned it to me, and you're like, might be able to do that or play regular people. I'm like, why would I want to play a regular
Oh yeah.
people?
Oh, and I also had a conversation about we can be fish monsters or a clown posse.
Yeah, and I went
right.
fish monster.
No, fish
Yeah.
monsters. I don't want to be
obviously.
the clowns.
Because
Right?
I knew I was going to have clowns come out to the oil rig. I was like, well, you could be the clowns or you could be the fish people. Like,
Yeah, no, I want to be the fish people.
Yeah.
That's, that's
We're
scenario.
weird. We're
Obviously.
not creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're creepy. But
Always go
we're
full fish
creepy in
people.
real life. We don't want to be creepy in the characters we play.
So that's what you can look forward to if you are one of the top donors. We're raising money through New Year's Eve, so please, 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 it's a good cause, and they're doing good work. So,
And in all
do what you
seriousness,
can.
if you can't tell, getting to play in a game with Jason is an absolute privilege. You absolutely.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. You may not know this, but you're like really fun to play with.
So, what else do we need to know? For
Every Monday night, you can tune in and see me, Mac, and Jason.
Every
yes.
other Monday night.
Every other Monday night, it's with Jay and Clara. And then on the other Monday nights, well, actually, with every
It's
Monday
very
night,
confusing now.
yeah, it's a lot. Go to schedule.
Yeah.
Go to schedule, watch Monday nights. We're all fun.
Yeah, and the season finale for Gene X is coming up next Wednesday.
that's
I think.
right, yeah,
So that's
yeah.
if you haven't been following, it's a great story.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, yeah.
um,
And if you want to see me be a Viking on Sundays, that
Yes.
happens alternate Sundays on Bloodblade and Tusk, which is GM'd by Stu.
yeah, and then that's opposite the L5R.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
tons of stuff
Lots
to go
of
out and watch.
stuff
But
We are delightful.
yeah,
Watch us.
thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.